Hi guys, I'm Jamie, and I'm really excited to show you JSX Tool. So JSX Tool is an in-browser IDE that helps create a common language between React developers and LLMs. To show you what I mean, I threw together this dashboard, and I want to kind of explain the life of a front-end developer to you. So once you make something like this, you usually send it to a designer who will give you some design feedback. So my designer in this case asked me to update the copy at the top to say sales dashboard. She wants me to update these nav links to be a lighter color, and she wants me to replace the bar chart with a line chart. So we've got our work cut out for us. Anyway, the way it used to work before React existed was you could inspect an element, and you used to be able to just kind of make inline changes in your browser for things like this copy change, and then just copy and paste them back into your IDE. So if you refresh this page, it's not going to stay because you just did that in memory. Then React came out and they made this awesome tool that allows you to inspect your React components, but it still doesn't actually let you edit your code or show you the code that's actually being rendered. So we invented JSX Tool, and what JSX Tool allows you to do is inspect an element, and it takes you to your exact line of JSX that you intend to edit. You can kind of hover around a page and see all the different parts and go up and down the render stack to see exactly where this line of code lives. Once you select it, you can do something cool. You can switch into file edit mode. So now we're actually editing the file on our computer where that file lives. So if I change this to sales dashboard and save it, I've now actually changed the code. And if I refresh the page, it will still be there. So let's move on to the next example. Let's try editing these nav links just to show you how easy this is. So I'm going to switch out of file mode back into source mode, and I'm going to inspect the JSX again. And I found my line of JSX. And now again, I'm going to switch on over to file mode, and I'm going to look for the inactive state. So we see if not is active. All right, so we need it to be lighter, right? So we're going to update this to a lighter color, and it looks pretty good. Okay, so we've got 2 out of 3 tasks done. Finally, we're going to tackle this chart. So we're going to inspect the chart component, and I want to select the outermost element. It will help with prompting the LLM. And this time, this is a little bit cumbersome to just do by hand, and it's 2025 and LLMs exist. So I'm going to just screenshot this new line chart and dump it into our prompt editor. And to help the LLM out, I'm going to supplement it with a little prompt. I'm going to say, please make this bar chart into a line chart like the one in the screenshot. And with a little bit of luck, hopefully the LLM produces something that seems like a line chart. All right, well, this looks plausibly like a line chart, but there's really only one way to find out. So we should hit apply edits. Cool, we got a line chart, although the y-axis seems kind of off. So let's update that. Awesome, the line chart looks great, but I think we want the y-axis to start at 0. Again, with a little bit of luck, hopefully it can correct the y-axis with just that. Cool, and it did. So great, so you can kind of see how JSX Tool allows us to communicate with LLMs better, and it also just helps us as developers finding our components on a web page in the first place. You know, we completed all these tasks in probably less than 2 minutes. So if you're excited by this and this seems of interest to you, please check us out at jsxtool.com, and we'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much. Bye.
Okay, ready?
Ready, let's do this. Hey, I am Andres.
I'm Akshay, and we're the founders of Item.
Over the last year, we've watched AI change the way we do work.
Yet, the system that holds your business together, your CRM, hasn't really changed in 20 years. It's still manual. It's still something that you have to maintain.
We spent the last year building a CRM that doesn't just organize information. It actually does the work for you, with an AI experience built from the ground up.
Today, we're excited to introduce Item, the CRM that does the work. Item starts by gathering the context automatically across all of your customer touchpoints. Emails, meetings, transactions, product data, and more. It learns who your customers are and has full context on your business, just like a new teammate. So everyone, humans and agents, work from the same source of truth. With full context in place, Item can take care of your tedious tasks in seconds. It flags the deals that need attention, surfaces new opportunities, and even reaches out before you remember to, connecting the dots in a way traditional CRMs never could. Most of the time, you'll talk to the assistant, ask it to find someone, send a calendar invite, take actions across products. It's there, helping you every day. But some work doesn't just happen once, it happens every day. Follow-ups, lead routing, renewals, outreach. And those don't need your attention, they just need to run. That's where agents come in. You simply write a document explaining your process. An item turns it into work that gets done. Each document becomes an AI agent, a teammate that executes autonomously. You can have dozens of agents running across your company, from outbound to inbound to support, all working in sync.
Today, more than 30 businesses already run on Item, and our agents complete more than 50,000 autonomous runs every single month.
If you want to see what it feels like to run in the future, get started today at item.app. We'd love to help your team run autonomously.
For as long as there have been companies, there has been a constant war for talent. Because without its people, there's no future for the business. It has never been more evident. Your employees are everything. And today, this war is fought in the open, and compensation has become the weapon of choice.
How are you feeling about the battle for talent with Mark Zuckerberg and Meta? Fine. Good.
Spreadsheets, surveys, desperate offers. Businesses have tried everything. But what's the point if you still don't know what your competitors pay? In a war, you don't win by guessing. You win with intelligence. Openroll gives you that intelligence, exposing what your competitors pay, who they're targeting, and how they're expanding, ensuring you win the talent game and keep your people. It pays to know. Try Openroll today.
Hey, how's your day going?
Not great. The legal AI made a bunch of mistakes on those customers' contracts, and now I think we're going to lose a lot of money on that project.
We should have hired better lawyers to train the AI.
Yeah.
AI is only as good as its data, and data is only as good as the human experts that curate it. AI needs human experts to teach it new skills and to create new training data. But finding and hiring these experts takes a lot of time, and vetting their credentials and skills takes even longer. Fixpoint automates this process, connecting you with verified experts at the push of a button. It works like this. You give us the AI training data details. How many people? What expertise? Your budget. Then Fixpoint sources the best experts, vets them, and manages their contracts, so you only pay when they're creating training data. With Fixpoint, your main concern goes from, how will I find these experts, to, what will I do with all the experts? Allow us to automate your company's hiring and vetting needs so you can focus just on making AI smarter. Go to fixpoint.co to learn more and book a demo.
Regular search is dead. 1 billion people use AI search now.
And if your brand isn't showing up inside those answers, you don't exist. That's why we built Bear AI.
I'm Janak.
And I'm Sid.
We've gone from raising money while being college students
to building a product that just in 2 months, 50 plus companies use daily, including some of the fastest growing startups in the world.
But showing up on AI search is a black box.
For years, humans relied on clicking blue links to find answers. But now, AI shows them the answer directly. No clicks, no extra steps.
And for brands, that means if you're not in the AI's response, you're invisible.
That's where Bear AI helps you understand what AI is really saying about your brand.
We track your visibility across platforms so you can measure how often you're being mentioned and how you're trending over time.
Want to know why you're being cited? Bear AI shows you the exact sources AI pulls from so you can optimize the content that actually drives revenue. We let you benchmark against competitors, spot gaps, and find opportunities to beat them.
Then we give you clear, actionable steps to boost your product's visibility. So instead of guessing, you're winning.
We are the best product in this space.
The age of SEO is over. This is the dawn of GEO.
So stop waiting, start showing up. Try Bear AI today and own your AI visibility.
Win AI search at usebear.ai.
Thank you for calling Air Travel Support. I'm your virtual assistant. How can I assist you today?
Hi. I would like to change my flight from Friday to Sunday.
Okay, please provide your booking reference number.
Sure. BR4521.
One moment, please. I'm retrieving your reservation.
Every AI agent sounds smart, until it makes you wait.
Thank you for your patience. I am still processing your request.
This can be real.
Most AI apps depend on the cloud. Slow, expensive, and fragile when latency hits. The illusion of conversation breaks. The moment is lost. Moss changes that. Each project has its own index and settings for voice agents, support bots, or search tools. First, upload your data. Then, grab your project ID and key and connect through our JS or Python SDK. With just a single line of code, experience real-time semantic search. Sub-10 millisecond retrieval with zero infrastructure. Keep your customers happy with faster and better agents. Sign up today and make your searches blazing fast.
So I'll be showcasing a few of our features. So a private equity investor's inbox might look a little bit something like this. He has deals coming in, investment opportunities like Project Apollo, Omega, and Project Roulette right here. He doesn't have time to go through each and every one of these and go through the sims and actually log all the details like the revenue, EBITDA, the contact information, and it's a pretty manual process. So in this CRM right here, usually what would happen is you'd have to log all these details. But with the Zarna CRM, all this information will be automatically pulled from your inbox and onto our platform. So you can see Project Roulette, American Casinos, the revenue, the EBITDA, the stage of the company, the source company, and the description are all automatically pulled. If we go click here, we can actually see that this deal page has now been populated from that information. So you have contacts of people who are working at the bank that are selling us American Casinos. And we also have the deal team. We have a company overview right here. We have the document actually right here, ready to view. And we can go analyze it right here. We also have the revenue. We can see exactly where we got it from. We have all these metrics here. And now, if we actually want to chat with this information, maybe compare this deal with past deals, compare the red flags, create a report, and send it to a deal team. It's going to actually compare similar deals by going through our SharePoint, going through our CRM, going through all of our internal database information, whether that's third-party proprietary data sources we can connect with like CapIQ or PitchBook, and it's going to send this to the deal team as well. So now I want to highlight a couple more things. So you can see here you can get this comparative analysis, but beyond that you can also do stuff like ask it, show me a relationship intelligent map for Huluk and Loki, which MDs at my firm have the strongest ties to the bankers. So it's going to be actually able to do that and pull from all your hidden notes and see your sentiment analysis of all these interactions and see who we have great relations with and who we need to improve our relationships with. So a couple more things now. Obviously, we've shown you how you can actually chat with the data and interact with it automatically, but we have all these tear sheets, all these decks that are created every single time we have to do a deal. So instead of actually having to go through and populate all this on your own by going and reading and then porting over that information onto here, you have all these documents automatically created for you through our Zarna agent, which will go through and actually put the information from the sim and give you exactly where it got it from as well, which you can see right here, all the information is highlighted. So these are a few things you can do with the Zarna platform. Again, these AI associates work exactly for your firm, how you guys do your investments, so we can customize it for your workflows. Thank you.
In a few moments, I will sign a historic executive order instituting reciprocal tariffs.
Tariff. The tariffs. Tariff. Tariff.
Then tariffs. Simple. Can't get any simpler than that.
Recruiters have a problem. Manual task overflow. Hours of clicking. Every single day. Now you can just forward your tasks to clicks. Automate away manual work with agents. Clicks does tasks like researching candidates or adding candidates to your internal systems or create candidate one-pages for you. You can automate as many tasks as you want with as many agents as you need. So your team can focus on what matters.
This is Reggie. Reggie is the owner of Reggie's Auto Shop. Between endless calls and handwritten schedules, staying organized wasn't easy. For years, Reggie dreamed of having his own app. Something to make life simpler for both him and his customers. But it felt out of reach due to high costs and long development timelines. So Reggie used Fastshot, and without writing a single line of code, he finally created his dream app. Complete with online booking, live repair updates, and instant estimate approvals. Even AI that helps him pinpoint likely issues based on a car's make and model before it even rolls in. Now, Reggie's shop runs smoother than ever, and he finally has time to focus on what he does best: fixing cars. This is Dimitri and Elvira.
We are the founders of Fastshot.
For years, shipping a mobile app has taken months and hundreds of thousands of dollars. We are fixing that. We built Fastshot to make app creation fun, fast, and open to everyone.
From an idea to a mobile app in minutes, Fastshot is a no-code platform for your business.
Fire your ad agency.
For years, making an ad has meant managing actors, agencies, and endless backends. Marketers have to translate their vision through layers of people, and by the time the ad goes live, the moment has passed. Introducing Claybird, a product that lets anyone create high-quality ads using AI. Claybird jams on script ideas with you, generates each shot, and edits the video together, end to end.
Wait, so like lovable for video?
Yep.
Most AI content looks like slop, but Claybird knows exactly how to create a studio-quality ad.
Claybird adjusts the model that it uses for each scene, iterating until your shot is picture perfect.
We're opening early access for teams who want to generate amazing ads. If you're a marketer struggling to tell your brand story, we'd love to help you. Go to claybird.com/book today.
The part that you just saw failing is one of these 3mm thick plastic test coupons. Right behind me, we have the exact same component, but manufactured using our 5-axis cell, which injects continuous fibers along the stress direction of the part. Using our method, we were able to more than double the weight that the part can carry. In this test setup, we're carrying 420 pounds, which is not the upper limit of the part, but of the aluminum crane supporting it. At Axial Composite Industries, we believe that composite materials will be at the base of the upcoming aerospace and robotic age. And we're commercializing a manufacturing method to produce high-performance composite parts in a day rather than weeks. No need to worry about manufacturing your mold, waiting for cure times, or doing manual layups. You just press start, and a few hours later, you'll have your aerospace-grade composite part. Thank you for your attention.
Oh my God! I have 20 subscriptions!
But I need Sora, Rio,
Hilo, 11 Labs,
Cling, Seed Dance, and I gotta dump it all into Adobe Premiere!
I just use Velvet.
As an investor, you need deep insights from people on the front line, and you need them yesterday.
But traditional market research takes weeks, costs a fortune, and delivers bloated reports where the insights you actually need are buried on page 47.
At DiligenceSquared, we're transforming this process with AI, allowing you to run deep diligence on every opportunity and secure deals before competitors even start their research.
Our AI voice agents conduct hundreds of expert interviews simultaneously in any language.
How satisfied are you with this solution? What drives that satisfaction?
They immediately sort through millions of data points to identify key insights. Full traceability gives you depth to investigate and confidence to decide, and get answers instantly. No more endless scrolling through PDFs. Overview at a glance, details where it matters.
Our team has spent years in private equity, consulting, and tech at Blackstone, BCG, and Google. We know what great market research and software looks like. And now we're making it accessible to everyone. This is DiligenceSquared.
Hi, I'm Louise.
I'm Deep. We're building Amera. We're automating claims processing workflows for payers in the health insurance industry. Our system takes in messy, irregular claims data and turns it into structured data to make health plans significantly cheaper to operate for 1 in 3 Americans.
I think in a way every American has experienced the inefficiencies of this process. For example, you go to the doctor's office, you try to understand how much you're going to have to pay, you go to your appointment, you check out, you pay your copay, and then a month later you get a surprise bill in the mail. My baby niece had to have open heart surgery. Now that we're 4 weeks out from the surgery, her parents are starting to receive stacks of claims. In America, we have access to the best healthcare system in the world, but we get in our own way by creating all of these inefficiencies that block access to care and create lots of delays.
The entities that come together for this giant part of our economy actually do a ton of work to make this even possible, but a lot of it is unfortunately still way too manual. We're hoping to get rid of some of that by making it significantly easier to operate health plans, make them more flexible, and make them better fitting for the needs of what we actually need in the future.
The technology we're building is powering the rails that are going to enable on-the-spot payments for healthcare, which means you go to the doctor, you pay for your appointment, and there's no surprise bill a month later.
Health insurance plans run on software that was written in the 90s on COBOL and MS-DOS. We're going to modernize the way these plans run, making them more affordable and more flexible to the needs of 160 million Americans today. Thanks for listening.
We look forward to having you along on our journey.
A conversation that will stick with me forever is a situation that one of our customers told me that he is in. His company that he has spent decades building will close if they can't double the amount of automation that they have in the next 12 months. Metal manufacturing is a $480 billion opportunity, and manufacturers are crying out for ways to reduce their reliance on human labor.
The future of factories is more machines with more automation, with more intelligence. The factory of the future is a factory that runs 24/7, 365, with no human intervention. Raw materials come in one door and finished goods go out the other.
The manufacturing of cars, ships, and planes are all held back by the same inefficient processes. Parts are positioned by hand, and welding robots are all programmed point by point by point with one of these. There are 400,000 unfulfilled welding jobs in the US alone. And with the technology available in 2025, this inefficient manual process is ridiculous.
Our journey to building fully lights out, autonomous factories of the future begins with perception. We are currently piloting vision systems on existing robot arms. They scan the part, generate a sub-millimeter accurate map, identify where the weld seams need to go, and then execute an autonomous program. Fitting vision systems like these to robots, compared to traditional robots which weld blind, can raise your first pass line yield from 90% all the way up to 99%, saving our customers tens of thousands of dollars per year.
Next, we will deploy arms that will pick and position parts, a job traditionally done by humans. Together with perception, this will save customers hundreds of thousands of dollars per year per cell. Leveraging the data and the learnings from the retrofits allows us to deploy completely autonomous factories that are going to disrupt the steel manufacturing industry.
Steel manufacturing is a $480 billion opportunity. And these manufacturers are crying out for ways to reduce their costs and for ways to reduce their reliance on human labor. Forge Robotics is here to answer that call by decimating downtime, decimating scrap, and decimating cost. Forge Robotics, the future of manufacturing.
Hey, you listening? Everyone's on short form now, and you need to start that.
Yeah, by tomorrow.
Wait, what did I say? I don't even know how to make content. Alright, let's do some market research.
I want a video exactly like that.
That looks so hard to edit.
How much did that cost?
Content templates? Hold on, let me check that out.
Hey, how's it going?
Fuck controllers. I want to be like the robots from the movies. Caring, loyal, quirky. With my new shiny software, I can talk, I can walk, I can be your friend. This is real, y'all. It's not science fiction anymore. It's called Lightberry.
Hell yes, bro.
Little dance?
Come here, mini pie. Come on. So every day I make someone to keep up the most popular video.
Dogs are just the best. So, anyway, I'm looking for a job. Please.
I love truffles. But here's the problem. They're really expensive and incredibly hard to find. This is Hanzo. He's a truffle pig. Yay! His job? To help me find my precious truffles. Here's the thing. We know that finding your customers can be just as hard. And this is why we created the Hog. It's like the Google Maps for customer acquisition.
We help you uncover every possible route and highlight the most optimized path to help you reach your customers.
The future of go-to-market is not dashboards. It is command centers that orchestrates armies of AI, marketing, and sales agents.
The Hog gives you 3 superpowers. First, omnipresence across your entire market. Second, mind control over super agents. Third, super speed of execution.
Basically, we make you a superhero.
Standing out in a crowded market is hard, but more important than ever. Companies need fast and adaptable go-to-market playbooks to stay ahead of the game.
This is why we believe sales, marketing, and growth teams can't work in silos anymore. They need to work together on the same platform with the same information. Finding a truffle is hard.
But finding your customers doesn't have to be.
Telemetron is an AI support platform for hardware companies. Let me show you what that actually means. As a customer of Telemetron, the smart lock company gets this website where they can send their customers to get product support. They can get answers to their questions through the docs or go directly to the chatbot. Let's say that Brandon, a customer of the smart lock company, has been having a ton of issues in the last week. Things have been really buggy and he's tried a ton of stuff and nothing has worked. Brandon can come to the chatbot and say exactly that. What you'll notice is Telemetron's AI agent will connect directly to Brandon's lock and try to figure out what's going on. Let's see what happened. Here we can see that the Telemetron agent found that the lock actually has a really low signal strength. And because of that, Brandon needs to get a replacement for his lock. The agent actually went ahead and just initiated that replacement and sent Brandon a new lock. This is pretty crazy because without Telemetron, this process could take anywhere from days to weeks, where Brandon would report an issue, a customer support agent would start working it, try to get a hardware engineer involved to figure out what's going on, and go back and forth until the issue is resolved. Telemetron resolved this in less than 10 seconds. Now, let's say that Brandon isn't happy with this response and still wants to talk to a human. Here, Brandon can say, talk to a human and request human support. If the smart lock company is using Zendesk or Intercom or any other legacy ticketing software, Brandon's issue would show up directly there. Or the customer support agents and hardware engineers can just use Telemetron to resolve tickets. Let me show you what that looks like. Here's Brandon's issue. We can see the data that was pulled from Brandon's device in order to identify the problem. We could also see that the return was initiated. Now, as a hardware engineer, I probably suspect that if Brandon had this issue, I have a ton of other customers that are experiencing the same issue, and I want to get ahead of things before those customers reach out to me. I can go to the AI assistant here and ask exactly that. Find all of the other customers that have the same issue. Here, the agents found all of the customers that are experiencing the same issue as Brandon. Now, I can tell the agent to email these customers and also process a replacement order for them. The agent went ahead and reached out to all of those customers and processed refunds for them.
This is Boom, the conversational AI platform that transforms all your customer interactions into delightful experiences. Amid so many messages, requests, channels, and frustrated clients, who ends up most frustrated is you. Boom is your AI concierge, an expert in your brand. It knows everything about your business and your customers. So no matter what they ask, or how, or when, it always delivers the best experience, helping you close more sales. Beyond conversation, your agent can take action, recommend products, book appointments, and much more. All with a human, friendly, and personalized touch. Delight your customers and boost your sales, all in a way that's secure, scalable, and without lifting a finger. We'll handle it. Ready to level up? Book your demo and revolutionize your business.
Any fool stashes his bitcoins in one chest, but not this captain. I sail with Freeport, diversifying me coins across many assets. When the wind shifts, other captains panic, but I'm calm as a rock. Freeport adjusts the sails, moving me assets away from the meme coin traps and to where the yields be ripe. Infrastructure tokens be soaring, eh? I caught that wave months ago. Thanks to me trusty Freeport. Freeport also knows me appetite for risk, steady water or stormy seas, and steers accordingly. While other captains be watching charts and praying for wind... Please, bro. Please. Freeport helps me chase the treasure, while I sit back with my rum, watching me balance grow. Now that's passive income, sailor. No trading fees, ever. Freeport Markets, where trust meets innovation.
Greetings, I'm Zach, founder of Miniswap, the marketplace for tabletop games. I've been a wargamer since I was 6 years old, turning piles of plastic like this into the models that you see before me. Now, it's a passion that I've carried with me through every phase of my life, even to my PhD at Cambridge, where I met my co-founder Will and decided to drop out to build Miniswap. Why? Because throughout my 2 decades in the hobby, buying and selling minis online has been a painful chore. This is because games like Warhammer have incredibly complex taxonomies. One kit can be built into 10 different models, all with different roles in-game. For example, if this figure's painted red or blue, it has an entirely different market. Browsing existing marketplaces feels like sifting through a junk drawer of mislabeled minis and knockoffs. Even for an expert, it's hard to know what you're looking at. And for a hobby where gamers invest thousands of dollars and hours into their craft, this is unacceptable. That's why we've built Miniswap with the same passion and painstaking attention to detail that we as wargamers have for our hobby. Miniswap provides hobbyists a catalog of every miniature released over the past 25 years, more than 20,000 of them. Not just the kits as sold by the manufacturers, but the individual figures and units contained within. This level of granularity has never been achieved before. This makes browsing on Miniswap a breeze. Search for a specific unit and drill down by the attributes that actually matter. If I'm looking for something rare in a specific condition, I can even be notified the second a matching listing is posted. And with the power of our catalog, selling is easier than ever too. All you have to do is take a photo, and the listing details are automatically filled out, saving time, improving accuracy, and helping you find the right buyer more quickly. Since launching 3 weeks ago, more than 1,000 people have already signed up to buy and sell, and there's already over $40,000 of miniatures listed for sale on the site. Miniswap is delivering the platform the community and myself have been waiting for a decade. Thanks for watching, and check us out at miniswap.gg to learn more.
This is Jamie. She's just cut her finger slicing a sesame bagel.
Hi, hospital person. I cut my finger on a dirty knife.
Welcome to the emergency department. Standard procedures, everyone.
$5,000 for a Band-Aid? All because Jamie walked in through the emergency department.
Oh, I have insurance.
Let me just apply the insurance rate. Looks like you owe $2,000 more.
Why'd it go up?
Ask your insurance. Next up.
A few weeks later, Jamie gets a splitting headache. Jamie's trying to be a smart shopper, but healthcare doesn't play by the rules.
Finally.
No one knows how much it'll cost, and Dr. Billings probably isn't the best person for what Jamie needs anyway.
Jamie, fear not. I just found a top-rated in-network doc. Free today at 3 p.m. to check out your noggin. Want me to book it? Copay is $20.
Rovi helps you find high-quality, affordable healthcare. It researches doctors, compares prices, books appointments, and even reviews your bills, all from your text messages. Rovi handles the absurdity of healthcare so Jamie could just live her life.
Not again.
Band-Aids in the top left drawer.
Same Jamie, same healthcare system, better decisions. Rovi, healthcare that finally makes sense.
Everyone is building AI agents, but getting agents to actually work in production? That's another story. Agents are unreliable and unsecure. Engineers spend more time stitching together infrastructure and debugging than actually building. This changes with Castari, the cloud built for AI agents. Import your GitHub repo, and Castari deploys your agents into secure sandboxed environments with built-in observability. No more wrangling your infrastructure. No more tracing down logs across services. Let Castari handle your agentic infrastructure so you can focus on building your agents.
We're building Jarmin, your machine learning engineer employee. We have an awesome team from Meta Superintelligence Labs, Apple, AWS.
Okay, we're legit. Let's just show them. I need a plant identification model.
Just talk to Jarmin.
I'm Jarmin. Can you do it? Sure.
From data to deploy, Jarmin handles everything. No matter what your company size, everyone now has a world-class ML team. Go to jarmin.ai today.
My name is Ben Brimacombe. I'm the founder of Exonic, the first drug discovery company open to everyone in the world. We're building a collection of intelligence to fight disease. Drug discovery today is siloed. It's these adversarial, secretive, glass tower institutions. And it doesn't need to be like this. I'm an AI researcher without biology experience. And just this week on Exonic, I beat a state-of-the-art benchmark in HepG2 liver cancer synthetic enhancer design, and we tested it in the wet lab, and it worked. This wasn't even possible until recently, but AI has gotten so good. In just the last year, you can design peptides, antibodies, small molecules that have a real chance of being breakthrough medicines. Exonic is turning drug discovery into an open, meritocratic tournament. You can use the latest AI models, discover new molecules, we'll test them in the lab, and we'll make real biopharma deals with your inventions and share the upside with you. And we've already built the platform. You can start right now. We just launched the first tournament, and we're turning the internet into a drug discovery powerhouse.
As humans, we learn from our failures. So why don't AI agents do the same? As user behavior shifts and edge cases pop up, agent performance can drop up to 40% in a few weeks, costing teams engineering time, money, and customer trust. Hi, I'm Jerry.
And I'm Cole.
Today, we're launching Lemma, the continuous learning engine for AI agents. So what does that actually look like? Lemma learns from your every run. It figures out exactly what good versus bad looks like based on user feedback. When something slips, Lemma catches it in production, including silent failures such as hallucinations or bad tool calls that completely goes unnoticed. It pinpoints exactly where the agent is failing and alerts you instantly. Then, with one click, Lemma automatically generates improvements in a matter of minutes, not weeks. Lemma lets teams move twice as fast without sacrificing accuracy by closing the loop between deployments, feedback, and automated improvements. Users report that they spend 90% less time on prompt fixes alone.
And don't worry, Lemma gives engineers full observability into every step of the process, so you stay in control while your agents learn and improve on their own. With Lemma, you can edit and version prompts, spin up structured evaluations, and trace agent behavior live in production. As AI engineers ourselves, we built Lemma to be the tool that we wish we had. Now, we're opening Lemma to everyone else who's ready to build truly intelligent systems.
Book a live demo at uselemma.ai and let your agents improve for themselves.
Did you know that less than 9% of your leads reach your sales team? Meanwhile, your reps are drowning with back-to-back demos with no time to close big deals. That's why we built Karumi, the AI agent for instant product demos.
Let's see Karumi in action.
Hey John, what brought you here today?
To be honest, is the paperwork. Whenever I need to onboard new employees, is just such a manual job.
Yeah, manual paperwork can definitely slow things down. Let me show you how we automate that.
But what about international employees?
Yes, it handles compliance for 50+ countries automatically, including tax forms and visa documentation. Are you ready to get started? I can set you up right now or connect you with our team.
Karumi is active 24/7 with the product knowledge of your best engineer and the influence of your best sales rep. And after every call, your team gets real intelligence about core use cases and opportunities.
Ready to get a demo? Let our agent show you Karumi right now.
Government notes, lighter than coins, backed by Emperor.
Paper money? That's a horrible idea. One light breeze and it's gone.
It's debit and credit. The books balance and the errors show themselves.
Ha! That's twice the work.
Click send money, it lands in their account. No mailing checks anymore.
Cash by email? If I can't sign it with my pen, it's not paid.
It's Bitcoin, money verified by a network, not a bank. You can send it anywhere.
Satoshi, money and no bank? Come on, you think I'm crazy?
Excuse me, sir. There's a better way to be a trust company. No phone tag, no email chains, no chasing signatures.
We've always done it this way.
Look.
Trust creators could see clear status and timelines. Financial advisors could get real-time performance reporting. Lawyers could have every doc and signature in one place.
Clients like paper.
All of this paper could be an API call. AI could help trustees interpret trust documents to make faster and more compliant decisions.
APIs for trusts? Real-time reporting? Nobody wants that. And trust me, I'm never wrong about this stuff.
$1 billion had gone missing.
Spectacular collapse.
The economy's trust system runs on auditors. They're behind every financial statement, annual report, and IPO filing. That is why we are launching Denki, the AI for internal auditors at public companies. Gone are the days of stitching together spreadsheets, screenshots, and manually documenting this in a GRC tool.
With Denki, it runs on top of current systems so that auditors can automate planning, from mapping controls to COSO, to running AI-powered walkthrough interviews, to understand processes. Based on these company workflows, then comes automating tests, like three-way matching. And finally, Denki documents all of this in working papers, with full audit traces that auditors can step through and verify. Empower auditors. Book a call with Denki.
At Arc10, we're working on the platform to help companies ship AI agents fast. In 1 minute, I'm going to show you how easy it is to embed a deeply integrated AI agent into your application. This agent deploys to the edge and scales to thousands of concurrent agent experiences. So let's get started. We have this application here. We can take a look at our products. We can filter these products, and we can also go ahead and go to our orders page. We can check this out and check our statuses, our prices, and we also have a settings page. So how do we make this application AI native? Well, let's go ahead and add an AI agent. We're just going to go ahead and make a new project. We'll call this demo. We're going to generate a key. So we're going to go in here, generate a key, copy the key, put it into our environment variables, save our environment variable. We're going to include our SDK just like this, import it, put it into our layout. We pass in a user, and this allows us to persist conversations for that specific user. We're going to pass in a system prompt. You can put in whatever you'd like here. And now we're going to give this agent access to some tools. So what are tools? Well, tools are just functions. If you go ahead and look at this right over here, these are functions that you already have in your application. If you have some sort of create order or delete order function, all you have to do is pass it into our agent. Now, by default, all tools are they require confirmation from the user. You can also pass in safe tools. So safe tools are tools that the agent can just run automatically. You can see here we're giving it access to some of our documentation. We're also going to give it access to our proprietary Salesforce. We can connect to anything. So if you guys have a SQL server, or you have some old proprietary database or a layer that you have to get your data out of, we support that. We're also going to give it access to some of our business logic. So we're going to give it access to get, set orders, products, and settings. And finally, we have our agent. Okay, so we're now back in our application, and you can see we now have an AI agent that is deeply integrated into our application. The reason I say this is deeply integrated is because it's just calling functions that you already had in your code base. So you can see we've added all these tools. We have 26 tools plus these tools over here. Let's actually ask it some questions. So which of my orders are still processing right now? Can we set these to be delivered? And notice, pay attention to this processing. Perfect. Can you undo that, please? And you'll see it goes back to processing. Perfect. Can you take me to the products page? Can you show me only products that are in the subscription category? And also, can we do under $200? Perfect. You can see it filtered by that. Which of my Salesforce customers would be interested in buying some of these products? Perfect. So it looked inside of our Salesforce for leads, and you can imagine that you could connect this to any database or anything that you'd like, and it just works. So the demo I showed you is amazing, but it's about to get better because what I showed you was our hosted UI component. So that requires you to write zero code, and you have this UI component in your application. But we also have headless components and hooks that make it extremely easy to build on-brand agentic experiences. So here's an example workflow that shows you how much control we give you over designing these experiences. So here in this app, we have this action search where we can actually do things like set pilot information, get pilot information, things like that. But what if we say, what do you know about me? Well, it turns out that we have this Ask AI experience that's embedded into our application. And you can see it can call tools just like that. And this is completely on brand, and it can be made however you want. So you can embed it into search bars, you can make modals that show up on your website, you can embed it as chat components. The limits are actually just endless. All right, if any of this is exciting and you want to discuss use cases and how this would look in your application, just book a demo with us at arc10.com, or you can send us an email at founders@arc10.com. We'd love to help you ship your first agent powered by Arc10. Thank you.
This is a sentence we want our speech model to speak.
This is a sentence we want our speech model to speak.
What you just heard was a preview of our 800 million parameter speech model. But the audio quality is not what excites me. What excites me is our newest architecture that improves cost efficiency of training speech models by an order of magnitude. And as a result of which, the model that you just heard, it took us less than $1,000 to train from scratch. Speech models are unscalable. That's why you never see a 70 billion parameter native speech model. And why is that? Speech models use something called RVQ tokens, but the problem is that each second of an audio corresponds to 50 to 100 text tokens, making it very hard to scale these models. Our newest architecture removes this bottleneck, making scaling truly feasible for the first time. We are scaling this architecture for both pre-training and post-training to unlock emergent capabilities like in-context learning and strong instruction following. So you don't have to choose between a text-to-speech model, a speech-to-text model, a music generation model, a voice cloning model, blah blah. You just have a single model and you can ask it to generate a song in your voice and it will do that. If you are building customer agents, you can ask it to speak slowly when it's talking to older customers. Or if you are doing your own podcast, you can ask it to remove stutters from a 2-hour-long audio and it will just do that. We believe that a combination of instruction following and in-context learning will unlock so many more use cases that we can't even fathom right now.
Everyone wants to be different. It starts with a familiar feeling, to feel stuck, like you're playing a part. So we perform. We manufacture absurdity. But true absurdity isn't designed in a studio. It's discovered in obsession. Born from truth so raw, it feels like madness to everyone else. A beautiful disregard for your own limits. A truth your body understands before your mind. It's the beautiful, illogical madness of pouring your life into a story only you can tell. That's not performance. That's truth. And truth is the most absurd thing of all.
Let's go! Dude, aren't you supposed to be working on the auth bug?
I am. My agents are fixing it right now.
Bro, are you using Cursor or something?
No, I'm using Chad. It's an agentic brain rot IDE.
What's a brain rot IDE?
The brain rot IDE lets you be productive while your agent generates code.
How is that productive at all?
Well, first off, I can run multiple agents and my cloud code all at once. I can prompt while my agents are running. Most developers pull out their phones during the 2-3 minutes of generation, causing them to lose track of time.
What?
Chad integrates my browsing and coding experience, reminding me when it's time to get back to work. On average, Chad saves 15 minutes for every hour spent vibe coding.
So what models can you use?
You can use any and all model. You could log in with your existing Cloud Code account, bring your own key, or your own local inference. Or you can be a pro Chad, much cheaper than Cursor.
So I've been grinding on Cursor and you've been having the time of your life on Chad?
Try Chad for free today. Link in the description or go to chadlabs.ai for a free download.
What is your house really worth? Let's find out.
A Appraisals haven't changed in decades, and 60% of appraisers still inspect with pen and paper. Turnaround times average 5 to 7 days, which causes delays and anxiety for borrowers, especially when the market is hot. At Automax, we're building the first AI-native appraisal workflow. Our mobile app lets anyone scan their property in 10 minutes. Then, our AI agent drafts a full appraisal report, pulling data from MLS, public records, and market trends. Within the hour, a licensed appraiser uses Appraisal Copilot, our suite of AI tools to complete and verify the appraisal faster and with more transparency. New regulations are about to triple the complexity of reports, and every lender in the country needs a faster, more compliant solution. At Automax, we're ready for that change.
Hi, we couldn't be more excited to show you Specific, a platform that builds and deploys backends from plain English. Specific can be integrated in minutes with any coding agent that you're using to build web or mobile apps, like Claude Code, Cursor, or even a custom agent. Simply connect your Specific project over MCP and you are ready to go. When your coding agent recognizes that it needs backend functionality, it can send a natural language prompt to Specific explaining what it needs. The Specific agent will build production-ready code tailored for the use case. It will also manage all infrastructure needed to run and scale the backend, including databases, authentication, file storage, and much more. Once done, the agent will return a detailed API spec to your coding agent that it can use to automatically integrate the backend into your app.
Should we see it in action?
Sure.
Here we have a nice to-do list web app we built using Claude Code, but it doesn't actually do anything yet as there is no backend. We can easily connect Claude Code to the Specific MCP and then ask it to make the app functional for us. Claude Code will collaborate with the Specific agent to get a fully deployed backend, and after a few minutes, our app is fully functional and ready to scale. That's Specific. Get in touch if you would like to try it out yourself.
Primer is an AI agent that gives every visitor a personalized demo of your product instantly, leading to more demos and more insights. Less than 1% of visitors on most sites book a demo, and when they do, it's days or weeks out. By then, they've moved on, forgotten why they cared, or simply no-show. Many companies end up doing just a handful of demos a week. So we built something better. Teams using Primer see the difference immediately. Instead of a few demos a week, they see dozens per day. More conversations, more qualified leads, and dramatically faster learning cycles. And it doesn't stop at demos. Primer can help onboard and activate your new users. It can even improve your customer support experience by answering questions or walking them through features step by step. It takes just minutes to create a Primer agent. You just upload a sample demo video and add product context. Primer learns how to give demos like your best salesperson, in any language, 24/7. We believe websites are shifting from static pages to interactive, conversational experiences, where every landing page, onboarding flow, and help center is powered by an expert AI that knows your product inside and out. Sign up today to start growing with Primer.
Video editing can be a nightmare, especially when you have hundreds of hours of footage to scrub through. That's why we built Narrative. It watches your footage for you so you don't have to. You can ask Narrative to make an edit. For example, I can say, find the 10 best moments from the 2017 NBA Finals Game 5. Then Narrative will make that edit and place it on the timeline. If I want to change something, like adding a dunk to the beginning, I can ask Narrative to do that, and it'll update the edit that it just made. If I want to find similar clips, for example, find other players making the same type of dunk, I can right-click the clip on the timeline, hit Find Similar Clips, and then Narrative will search through all my footage to find similar clips for that shot. If I want to search for something like KD scoring 3, I can search in the top left, and Narrative will show me the exact moment in the clip where that happens. I can drag and drop it into the timeline, saving me a bunch of time. Once you're done with your edit, you can export to Premiere or other editors to add final touch-ups. Editors are already using Narrative to make rough cuts for weddings, intersperse B-roll over corporate videos, or find highlights from sports games. They're saving weeks of post-production time, and that should be you as well. Try it on narrative.video for free today.
Hi, we're Phil and Mike. And today we're launching Crunched, the first Excel AI analyst built by and for Excel power users.
Watch here how Crunch solves 2 large cap PE recruiting tests in less than 8 minutes. Tests which takes top candidates more than an hour to complete.
Here, Crunch builds out a net retention revenue analysis, a financial forecast, and in parallel, a complete LBO model.
Crunch can build analysis from scratch in minutes, directly in Excel. But if you've actually worked in Excel as an associate, you know that the real challenge isn't the first build. It's the 20th iteration of a 15-sheet workbook under tight deadlines. And as a manager, the trade-off between your team moving fast and not making mistakes leaves you wondering if you can trust the model.
Here's how Crunch solves that. Crunch error checks any size workbook. It finds linking errors, like the market size pulling from the wrong year between sheets, to logic mistakes, like using the wrong base for the online penetration rate.
Jump to every cell, fix it, and done. No more embarrassing mistakes in your own work, and no more spending hours validating someone else's.
Crunch also handles everything else that slows you down, with users reporting that they're twice as fast on various tasks. Search the web and stress test assumptions, clean raw data, analyze large data sets, build an LBO based on an IM, and format to your firm's standards automatically. Crunch is not perfect, but edits are risk-free. If you don't like a change, just hit the restore button.
We've spent 10,000 hours crunching out models in consulting and finance ourselves, and have built Crunch on a proprietary database of real-world modeling best practices. Associates produce faster deliverables, teams gain the capacity to take on more deals or projects, and partners trust the output.
And since your spreadsheets contain your most sensitive data, enterprise-grade security is built in from day one.
With Crunch, we've built the tool we wish we had in our old jobs. Now, we're opening Crunch to everyone else, ready to outpace their peers.
Book a live demo at usecrunch.com and start using the world's most powerful Excel AI analyst today.
Whether you're a small team, a developer, or a growing enterprise, building AI that actually works shouldn't require a team of specialists. With Lua, you can launch powerful AI agents for everything, from customer engagement to internal operations. You started your business to connect with people, not to chase endless tasks. As you grow, the to-dos pile up. Lua brings back the human connection, instantly, intelligently, and at scale. Your agents can handle sales, support, and operations, from processing orders to managing shifts or claims. Fast, reliable, and always on brand. Lua is more than a chatbot. It's a platform built for scale. Developers extend it, enterprises embed it, small teams launch it in minutes. Every agent gives you more time to focus on what matters most: people, customers, and growth. Lua, the platform to launch, build, and grow AI agents that work for your business.
Writing code has never been the hard part of being a software engineer.
The biggest challenge is making sense of multi-million line code bases, which gets in the way of what developers do best: building.
Ramping up on these code bases can take weeks, and getting truly proficient in them can take years.
This is a huge problem for AI agents as well. Without sufficient code context, they struggle to produce usable results.
That's why we built SourceBot, a platform to help developers and AI agents understand code at scale. Let me show you how it works. We start by creating a config file which defines which repos you want to index and which LLMs you want SourceBot to use. SourceBot ships as a single Docker container, so we can start it up with a simple Docker Compose up. At its core, SourceBot is a powerful code search and navigation tool. Our rich query syntax helps you find exactly what you're looking for instantly across all your repos. Pressing into a search result brings you into our built-in file viewer. SourceBot automatically detects symbols and gives you cross-repo code navigation, allowing you to jump to definitions and find references for all your symbols. You can also explore your entire repo directly in SourceBot using the built-in file explorer. However, you might not always know exactly what you're looking for. For those cases, we built Ask SourceBot, the first AI-powered code search that works across all your repos. Let's imagine we're new to this codebase and we want to get a sense of which logging libraries are used. SourceBot uses the LLM you've connected to dynamically search and navigate across all your repos to fetch the relevant context. It does this by providing the LLM with our core code search and navigation tooling. This is similar to asking your agent a question in your IDE, but across all of the repos in your organization. Every part of the answer is grounded with the inline citations back into your code. If you want to dig deeper, you can press into the citation to go back into our built-in code search and navigation system. But humans are no longer the only ones who need to find and understand code. That's why we built an MCP server to allow your agents to connect to your SourceBot deployment. For agents in your IDE, this allows them to fetch important context across thousands of repos instantly, improving answer quality and ensuring cohesiveness with the rest of your organization's codebase. Thanks for watching. We're helping developers and AI agents understand code at scale. You can check us out at sourcebot.dev.
Endless manual tasks dragging on, no matter how long you stare. What if you can run your finance operations with your eyes shut? Meet Zalos. It's like having an invisible finance manager living inside your computer, clicking, typing, and getting the work done without you lifting a finger. Replace repetitive finance processes with a computer agent, from logging into any ERP or website, completing forms, and cross-checking data across systems. And all you need to train the agent is a screen recording or written instructions about the process. And it's not just one agent. You can spin up thousands at once, all working in parallel, running 24/7, so you can focus on what truly matters.
Every day, great talent slips through the cracks. Not because recruiters are not good, but because the real signal gets buried under mass applications for roles candidates don't even truly want. This isn't a people problem. It's a matching problem. HireGlide changes that. It shows you exactly who fits and why. Not just a score, but the reasoning behind it. Green flags you'd love, red flags you wish you saw sooner. If something's unclear, AI steps in and gets the answers directly from candidates. And if your perfect match never applied, you can pull from a living network of pre-assessed talent already primed for your roles. For candidates, the guesswork ends. Just roles that truly fit and conversations that matter. This isn't replacing recruiters. It's about giving them superpowers. HireGlide, where the right people find the right place.
Cheating is legal in sales calls. A site gives real-time suggestion during your sales calls.
When a prospect throws a hard technical question,
how do you integrate with the Salesforce Pipeline API?
Before a site, you say, let me talk with my team and get back to you. Now, you just click the button. Actually, we'll roll out an integration next week.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's great.
A site pulls the answers straight from your product docs and Slack thread. No need to ping your engineer.
The answer lands in 8-10 seconds.
Then comes with the classic question you heard 100 times.
How is this different from Gong or Fireflies?
A site recognizes instantly and surfaces the live suggestion card, so every run nails the same story every time. When you miss a prospect's pain point, a site flags it live and nudges you on what to dig into next.
If your team keeps missing a question, turn it into a playbook.
After the call, a site gives coaching feedback on what worked and what didn't. Let a site remembers it, so you never repeat the mistake. Every miss becomes a weapon.
Our vision is to close the knowledge gap at sales. Let AI handle the rational work while humans build relationships. Go to asitehq.com and let AI to back at your sales call.
Hi, I'm David. And I'm Devin. And we're the founders of Scott AI. We're building coding agent swarms for spec design. Scott came from our own experiences trying to build with coding agents on products that have millions of users. We found that the productivity blocker is no longer coding speed. It's ensuring that agents are aligned with developer intent. Scott addresses this by reimagining the engineering design process with coding agents as first-class citizens. Our discovery layer runs several coding agents in parallel to expose their divergences and highlight critical design decisions. Our alignment layer turns static docs into living specs that are custom built to preserve smooth engineering collaboration. With Scott, specs ultimately replace pull requests as the new primary layer for engineering alignment. If you're an engineer that's rethinking the way software should be done in this new era, download Scott at tryscott.ai and let us know what you think.
Production lines are down. ERP's having issues. We're losing $5,000 every minute.
I'm sorry you're experiencing this disruption. I filed a ticket and marked it as urgent. Our team is on it. Let's identify the problem here. Scanning all system logs, checking client SOPs, looking at past resolution history. I've got it. Research complete. Updating the technician dashboard with the recommended resolution. ERP should be functional within a minute. I'm Everest, the AI support engineer built for IT service providers. I was created by engineers who have solved these problems at some of the world's largest companies.
I'm Spencer, co-founder of Everest, and we build AI support engineers for outsourced IT support.
I'm Yolanda, co-founder of Everest. I used to be a senior support engineer at Netflix, and this is something I wish I had at Openroll.
Our customers handle IT services for 90% of SMBs.
Or excitingly, now our customers are selling our AI agents to their customer to accelerate the AI adoption for 9% of SMBs in the US. So come to check us out at everestmanagedai.com or book a demo below.
For 6 weeks, I couldn't sleep. Until I met him. Let's try plus every day. For the next month. He's wittier. She remembers everything. Posts more than I ever could. And he's more popular than me.
We're Anto, and we're making the microbiome computable. The trillions of microbes inside us explain who responds to a drug and who doesn't. Same molecule, different outcomes. We caught a cancer drug that worked in China but failed in US trials. Same molecule, different microbiomes. $1 billion lost. And this isn't an isolated story. It happens all the time. Over 1 billion people are currently on medications where the gut dictates success or failure of treatment outcomes. The gut microbiome drives drug toxicity and efficacy, but pharma lacks the tools to predict it. Today's tests take months, cost millions, and rely on mouse models too different from humans to be useful. That's why we are building a multimodal foundation model that makes the gut microbiome computable for the first time. We predict drug toxicity and efficacy across diverse populations and optimize molecules for universal efficacy, addressing the hidden, microbiome-driven causes of drug response and failures. Input any drug molecule. We tell you how people will respond. We show where it works and where it fails by geography, age, or diet. And we don't just flag risk, we identify failure mechanisms down to microbial metabolic pathways and generate treatment response profiles. Then we optimize the molecule for broader efficacy. Turning 20% efficacy into 80% becomes an optimization problem we can actually solve. Microbiome data is 99% noise. We zero out all that noise through sparsification and work with just the 1% that actually carries predictive power. That's how we make the microbiome computable. We've spent years on fundamental research spanning high-performance genomic analysis, metagenomic classification algorithms, and the first large-scale datasets for causal modeling of microbial ecosystems. This is Anto. We're predicting treatment response and making drugs work for everyone.
Everything is a stream. When you see tokens flowing from a language model, or if you're tailing logs,
or even working with MarkIt data, or capturing readings from sensors.
After all, what is a stream? A stream is how state evolves over time.
State does change, but dealing with it as a stream is complex, and we try to avoid it if we can.
Streams need a rethink. They need to be simple and reliable.
streaming should feel natural.
I don't want to ever deal with a Kafka cluster again.
Or worry about partition counts.
I like Redis, but being limited by memory sucks.
Just give me a REST API, man.
Static data has been serverless for 20 years. It's about time for streams. With s2.dev, it's here.
It's a truly serverless API for streaming. Every record is durably sequenced before delivery to readers. There is probably an SDK for your favorite language, or you can always use the REST API. The API is centered around simple operations. Up until the end of a stream, read from any point in a stream, and follow updates live.
Streams can be created instantly, even automatically on first use. You can have unlimited streams and share them directly with users. Streams can make your apps more reliable and even power multiplayer sync.
We built the serverless API for streams we always wanted. Try it out.
According to your report, the CT scan shows a tumor in the central part of your brain, and based on its appearance, is cancer, with a malignant growth affecting on nearby structures.
Time feels endless until it matters. Then it becomes everything. Cancer is responsible for 1 in 6 deaths. 20% of those deaths happen simply because treatment starts too late. A typical American with cancer waits 10 weeks before therapy actually starts. Cancer isn't just a biological disease, it's a logistical failure. We built Nucleo to fix that, to give time back to those who are losing it fastest. Our AI works with the world's leading hospitals, automating key oncological tasks. The doctor imports the CT scan. Within seconds, our AI analyzes every frame, extracting critical oncological metrics: sarcopenia, body composition, lesion segmentation, and precise classification of target and non-target lesions. From lesion detection to full body composition analysis, Nucleo automates what once took hours in an instant. 2,500 times faster than manual methods, validated with a 98% agreement with leading medical experts. Nucleo makes those answers immediate, so patients don't lose time they can't afford to lose. Nucleo.
%99% of your market is invisible. You might think that LinkedIn, Clay, ZoomInfo have you covered. They don't.
The entire sales tech industry is built for companies with strong online signals. For everyone else, we made Leadbay.
Leadbay discovers and qualifies companies others can't find. Upload a list of 1 lost leads, and our agents will find and qualify high-value prospects that don't show up anywhere else. We make invisible buyers visible.
Nabil sells pens to small construction companies. This morning, he opened the Leadbay mobile app and found a lead that just relocated in his region. He closed the deal within an hour. Leadbay discovers and qualifies SMB leads better than anyone else, delivering insight that would have taken Nabil hours of manual prospecting. In short, Leadbay finds companies with almost no digital footprint.
Our customers 5x their prospecting efficiency. 55% of their closed deals come from companies that were never in their radar.
We're building the sales intelligence layer for the invisible economy, delivering what every sales team wants: a constant flow of sales qualified leads.
Every child is a natural-born storyteller. They just need a little help bringing their stories to life. Introducing Pixley, where imagination becomes animation. Turn their ideas into reality and watch as they come to life in seconds. In minutes, create a brand new episode that not only entertains, but also teaches valuable lessons. Like this one, teaching about teamwork and honesty. Step into the Storyverse with Pixley Originals and catch brand new episodes every week.
Working on front end sucks. It's a constant game of telephone between your browser, Figma, and your IDE. 19 screenshots and please fixes later, and you're no closer to what you had in mind than where you started. I'm Quentin.
And I'm Michael. And we met 3 years ago at Carnegie Mellon while doing HCI research. Now we're working on Inspector, the fastest way to iterate on front end. And here's how. Inspector works with your favorite coding agents, like Cursor or Claude Code, so you can iterate side by side with your UI.
Click on any element to instantly link its exact location in code to your chat.
Get context-aware screenshots that autofocus on the element that you're iterating on.
And add console logs to your context with just one click. We wrote our first lines of code just 2 weeks ago and have much more coming soon. Be among the first to try it at tryinspector.com.
Oh! Dude, you're heavy.
Hot flashes? Sleepless nights? Brain fog? It's not just in your head, it's perimenopause. 30 million women in the US alone, almost no answers until now. Play Health is a perimenopause care platform that provides the tools you need to get real answers. Comprehensive wellness tracking, at-home hormone testing, personalized, data-driven insights that bring real relief and give you back control. At Play Health, we're redefining perimenopause care for you and for the millions of women to come.
AI is on top of mind.
Artificial intelligence is reshaping how banks work.
To what extent could AI or fintech replace traditional banks?
It's that artificial intelligence we keep hearing so much about.
AI. Not wrong that technology changes everything. And if anyone is complacent or arrogant or think that because you have a big position today, you're gonna have a big position tomorrow, that's a mistake.
Hey everyone, my name is Jonathan, and I'm one of the co-founders of Compile. Compile is a less autonomous coding agent that actually checks with you before making any important decisions. We've been using coding agents to write a lot of code, and we've noticed that they tend to go off on their own and make a ton of decisions without us. This works when you're trying to quickly hack something together, but it's extremely frustrating and counterproductive for writing production code. So we built Compile to keep you in full control of your code at all times. Right now, we're in a demo project that has our front-end and back-end repositories in it, and I'll go ahead and create a new task to add a profile page to our website. And now our agent will get to work on this task, and the first thing it's going to do is do some initial research in our code bases. Alright, so our agent is done doing its initial research now, and now it's going to start asking me some quick questions, like this one right here, to get a better understanding of exactly what it is that I wanted to build. Alright, and after a few questions, Compile is now really confident that it knows exactly what to build, and it's ready to start implementing. And it created this detailed planning document on the side here, which I can actually edit if I'd like, if I want to collaborate with Compile on it. But this looks pretty good to me, and so I'll go ahead and approve and allow Compile to continue with the implementation. And as it's implementing the code now, we're checking all of its changes to make sure that everything matches our plan. And if at any point something doesn't match the plan, Compile will actually bring that up and ask us for guidance so that we're always in full control of what the coding agent is doing and there's never anything in the code we're unaware of. And that's Compile. If it looks interesting, we'd love for you to try it. It's up at compile.ai, and all you have to do to get started is just connect your GitHub. Thanks.
Lawyers spend more than 70% of their time not practicing law. Instead, that time is spent answering phone calls, replying to emails, conducting legal research, and drowning in administrative work. Lexi changes all of that. Lexi is your AI-powered associate, built to handle every single part of your workflow, and it integrates seamlessly with the tools you already use, such as email, calendar, document management systems, and text editors. Let's say you just finished an M&A call. Lexi immediately analyzes everything that was discussed, automatically identifies the next steps, and reaches out directly to your client. Once Lexi receives the documents, even if it's tens of thousands of them, Lexi analyzes them all in seconds. And when Lexi spots an issue, our agents research the relevant case law, formulate a strategic response based on all the details, and draft a counterproposal ready for your review. That's how Lexi turns weeks of work into minutes.
$5,000 in additional bookings for a tiny hotel within 4 weeks. And this is how. They forwarded their missed calls to us. Our AI receptionist answered and booked rooms directly into their PMS system. We're already working with 7 hotel groups, and we can do the same for yours.
Increased costs and labor shortages make it harder than ever to ensure that all calls get answered. Yet everybody in hospitality knows an unanswered call is a missed opportunity. Even if you have a central reservation department and a backup call center, you're still likely to lose 5% of all calls. Humans sleep. We don't.
Call center AIs don't fit hospitality. They either don't integrate with PMS systems, or it takes weeks to set up and migrate. Codico, on the other hand, is built around systems like Opera, Apaleo, and Seahot. You can connect it in minutes, and your team is ready to go with zero training. We only work with hotel groups, we specialize in telephone, and at that we are the best.
But maybe you don't want to hear it from us, but from Felix, the GM of the Revo Munich, one of our hometown's biggest and coolest hotels.
Hi everyone, this is Felix from Munich and I run the Revo with 607 keys. I just wanted to say a big thank you to Codico. Since introducing their AI into our business, our staff has reduced stress levels, especially during peak times, as Codico is picking up quite a lot of calls. And we also managed to create quite a couple of bookings so far. So working with Codico really has been nothing but a big pleasure so far. Thanks, back to you guys.
Designing for your vendor, especially during these noisy times, can be a daunting decision. To make it easier for you to get started, together with our YC launch, we're offering an AI ambassador partnership, which includes an AI strategy workshop and our services for free for 3 years in 3 of your hotels. The offer closes in 7 days, so head down to the comments, click on the link, schedule a 10-minute call to learn more.
It's very expensive.
Shutters. No one is available right now, so hold on. Maybe, just maybe, if you're super lucky, someone will answer.
50 billion. That's how much home services companies lose every year because of missed calls and slow quotes. So that's why we built Bravi, to fix that.
Hi, I'm Anas, co-founder and CEO.
Hey, I'm Pierre, co-founder and CPTO at Bravi.
After running my own shutter installation business, and speaking with hundreds of home services pros across Europe and the US, we kept hearing the exact same thing. Too many calls and emails, not enough time.
Teams spent a lot of hours on manual work, quoting, following up with customers, and trying to keep up with the work.
And that's why we're super excited to introduce you to Bravi.
Every call, email, or chat is taken care of automatically 24/7. Bravi ask the right question, pre-qualify the leads, and book the job for you.
Based on the conversation, Bravi is able to generate quotes automatically and follow up with customer so we make sure you win the deal.
It integrates seamlessly with your CRM and favorite tool so that your team can spend more time with your clients. If you arrived at this point of the video, I'm sure you want to see Bravi in action. So let's go.
Hello, this is Jennifer from Shield Roller Shutter. I'm here to help you with installation, repairs, or maintenance. How can I help you today?
Yeah, my shutter isn't working. I feel it's like stuck halfway.
I understand that your roller shutter is stuck halfway. Let's get that sorted for you. May I ask, is this for a residential or commercial property?
Yeah, it's a residential. I'm based in San Francisco, in the Mission area.
Thank you for sharing that. Just to confirm, that's a residential property in the Mission area of San Francisco. Is that within our service area? Yes, San Francisco and nearby suburbs are covered. Could you tell me how many shutters are affected and if you know what type of shutter you have, like manual or motorized?
Yeah, it's motorized, but I think it wasn't working for a long time. So I might as well just like change it.
Captain is the most accurate knowledge retrieval engine. Benchmarking at 95% accuracy, we're now open for early access and backed by Y Combinator.
High accuracy and fast search are what we're built for. Perfect for all kinds of data-driven workflows. Between navigating large text or PDFs, transactions, logs, emails, spreadsheets, and much more, Captain is incredibly multimodal. We're the only model architecture with no context limit.
You can plug Captain right into your data lake, or deploy it in seconds with the OpenAI and Vercel AI SDKs. If you have SOPs, P&Ls, just decades of unstructured data, and you need a scalable, fast, and accurate internal AI search engine, then we've got you covered. Our search is extremely fast because it runs on inference-accelerated hardware, generating tokens faster than all the other frontier models.
Under the hood, Captain takes your input and runs it through our state-of-the-art chunking and VLM workflows in parallel. OCR, computer vision, and file converters are set up for you automatically. Captain plugs right into your cloud.
So if your company is held back by context limits and spotty vector search, I'd love to welcome you aboard. So head on over to runcaptain.com and apply for early access today.
Support that breaks trust, breaks growth. Redapto builds self-improving systems for support teams. One bad experience can cost 30% of your customers. Agents hallucinate, humans loop, customers leave. We fix it. Redapto is a self-improving QA and learning platform for every channel your customers use. Redapto audits 100% of interactions, metrics tailored to your brand, policies, and goals across every touchpoint. So your team doesn't just perform, it self-improves. Redapto, the future of support. Visit redapto.com. See what's next.
Hi there, I'm Annie.
Meet Annie, your child's AI language buddy inside Minecraft, created by Aleph Lab. Annie plays and chats alongside your child, turning fun into real language learning. Because Annie actively plays in the game, kids are motivated to speak to Annie.
Annie, can you give me a furnace?
Of course, here you go.
Annie can help your child speak more naturally and confidently.
Hi, Annie. I can run quick to the mountain.
Did you mean to say I can run quickly to the mountain?
As they play, Annie gently corrects grammar, helping every sentence get a little better.
Hey, remember the spot in Taiga that you really liked the other day? Let's go there.
Over time, Annie learns your child's interests and areas of improvement, personalizing every conversation to your child. See your child improve by a whole grade level in just 5 sessions, like hundreds of others. Everything happens inside a safe, private server, so your child only learns with trusted friends. And Aleph Lab is just getting started. It's expanding to more games and more languages.
Hola, soy Annie. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Turn screen time into learning today with Aleph Kids.
AI is ready to help you, but the access isn't. Every team wants to harness AI with their own data, but behind the scenes there's a mess of OAuth flows, tokens, and tool connectors. Every company ends up reinventing the same broken system, with one-off connects, shared bots, and confusion and security risks. There was no central layer to manage it all, until now. Introducing Agentic Fabriq. Agentic Fabriq allows your organization's AI to connect to the data and tools it needs, safely, observably, and per user. We give you a single control plane for data permissioning throughout your entire organization to ensure agents can't access data or perform actions the employee using it wouldn't have permission to do. With Fabriq, it's as easy as bringing your own AI and agents and registering them, setting up tool connections with scopes, and controlling who gets to talk to what. With Fabriq, you get per-user connections, org-wide controls, least privilege by default, full visibility, and pre-built integrations. Most importantly, Agentic Fabriq is the connected fabric that allows AI to help your team work safely with real, per-user data. Okta for Agents has arrived.
Factories should run at the speed of software. Tomorrow's factories will not be programmed. They will learn, adapt, and excel.
I'm CK.
I'm Eric.
And I'm Adith.
And we're Tensor. Our factories will receive on-demand orders from customers, and robots will operate industrial machinery, ship, and package, all within 24 hours. We're building fully autonomous robotic factories at Tensor, starting with assembly. Today, every SKU demands hard-coded programming. Changeovers take months, and one new product requires retooling the entire line. The future of robotics lies in seamless human-to-machine knowledge transfer. Models can use minutes of human demonstration to complete hundreds of thousands of autonomous assemblies. With one human demo, retool your entire manufacturing line. We're building the AWS of manufacturing. Dynamic, scalable, and on demand. Tensor. Build anything.
Securing one Kubernetes cluster is hard enough. Keeping 50 of them secure and consistent is practically impossible. The RBAC policy that works on GKE breaks on EKS. New services get deployed and suddenly your network policies are obsolete. We've been told this complexity is just the cost of using Kubernetes, but it shouldn't be.
We're Kestrel AI, and we're fixing this by giving you a swarm of AI agents that automate Kubernetes security and operations with you always in control.
When our AI agents find a risk or misconfiguration, you don't have to dig through logs and dashboards for answers. Skip the context switching and kubectl gymnastics. Just ask any question in plain English and get an immediate YAML fix. Our on-call AI incident response agents go further to proactively surface root causes, explain issues, and generate ready-to-apply YAML fixes. We map out your Kubernetes clusters into a live graph using native metadata and network telemetry, visualize it in real time, and let our AI agents reason over it to uncover misconfigurations and risks.
Our AI agents provide powerful unified risk assessments across your entire fleet of clusters. We identify critical cross-domain attack paths that are invisible to other tools. We integrate with your existing CI/CD pipelines so that every AI-generated fix becomes a pull request. This keeps your team in full control using the GitOps workflow you already have.
Stop reacting to threats and outages. Start preventing them.
Bring proactive, autonomous security and operations to your clusters. Get started at usekestrel.ai.
Creating great software is hard. Hours of testing, but it still breaks in prod. A/B tests drag on and don't convert. You are building for users you don't fully understand. The solution? Sanctum can spin up hundreds of agents modeled on your customer data, enriched with real-world personas that mirror your target audience. Choose any version of your product. Our agents will navigate it, click through flows, and interact just like your real users would to answer your questions or test your ideas. Watch results unfold in rich visual dashboards, broken down by behavior, outcome, or any category you define. Want to compare? Tag your Git ref and instantly run A/B tests across versions. Sanctum integrates directly into your workflow. On GitHub, a Sanctum check automatically runs on every pull request, deploying AI agents to test your changes in a live sandbox. When complete, Sanctum posts a summary right in the PR, highlighting any failed user flows. Click to investigate, and you'll see a detailed breakdown of every issue. From there, play back a full session recording to see the exact moment the error occurred. Sanctum turns your customer data into living simulations, so you can test, learn, and ship with confidence. Iterate faster with Sanctum.
They say people will soon be making this trip by plane.
At least by boat I could swim. I've never heard of humans flying. I'd never trust that with my life.
Can you believe this? They're talking about a personal computer. Imagine, one on every desk.
That's insane. How can we trust this new technology?
I've heard startups are running everything on the cloud these days.
No thanks. I'll stick with my on-prem server rack.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Bilal. Welcome to the demo of SciLoop, an AI scientist for end-to-end scientific discovery. Before I start the demo, I would like to inspire you to a research problem. Imagine that you are a researcher researching on the spread of infectious diseases, and you're given access to this standard SCIR model, and your task is to see how different intervention strategies affect the spread of infectious diseases. So as a researcher, what you would do is you would come up with a research idea, you would change this code, you would run your experiment, you would gather some plots, gather some results, and then you would iteratively improve until you get something that is scientifically significant, and you publish that into a research paper. The problem is that such a process could take you months. So here is how our platform could help you automate such a research problem. Our onboarding process is super simple. You give your access to your GitHub repo, or you upload a local repository, and then you give it an initial seed idea, which is the direction you were thinking to pursue this research problem in, and then you simply click research. And what it does is this spins up a virtual machine where an AI agent has access to complete terminal commands as well as internet, which means that you don't have to worry about an AI agent corrupting your local system. So first of all, I want to tell that everything that will be shown in this demo was actually generated by a real AI researcher end to end, and this is the real log file, that a complete log file that was generated. This research was done in 15 to 20 minutes, but our problem, depending on the experimental files, could take hours and hours of work, and our AI scientists would be able to handle such a duration of research work. So initially, for the baseline experiment, we had this code that we gave it. It ran that, it gathered some baseline result, it had some baseline plot, and then it saw what did not work, and then it came up with the first run, which was the first iteration, and similarly it gathered results again, and it did the second iteration, and then the third iteration, and finally it had access to all these plots and all these results, which it summarized in this in form of notes, which was given to another AI agent, which took that and generated a real research paper with real references, because our AI agent did have access to internet for gathering research work of previous scientists in form of references. Once the research paper was generated, it was peer reviewed by another AI agent, which rejected this time, but this AI paper took just 20 cents to produce, and we were using DeepSeek V2 coder. And you can imagine that such a system would be extremely helpful in coming up with new breakthrough scientific ideas. So currently in the market, you can see that there's cursor for coders, there is Rappler for AI developers, but there's nothing specifically built for researchers. And we want to solve this problem for researchers. We want to give them a platform that was designed specifically to automate research. On the other hand, imagine when current frontier models with the release of GPT-5, which have PhD level understanding of these problems, they are able to do these research ideas and pursue them with access to appropriate GPU resources and come up with breakthrough research. Imagine that this leads to a cycle of self-improvement in this AI system, and this could definitely lead to AGI. So this is a very significant problem that me and my co-founder are really excited to work on. Thank you so much for watching the demo. I hope you enjoyed it.
Password managers are broken. Multi-factor changes the game. Share any online account just by sending a link without ever actually sharing your password. Instantly revoke access anytime. It works with friends, colleagues, even AI agents. So all your favorite AI tools can now securely use your own accounts to automate tasks and provide personalized answers. With customizable fine-grained access controls, your assistant can read emails but not send them. Or your agent can view transactions but not make transfers. With clear history that says who did what and when. Passwords, passkeys, 2FA, and more. Unified in one secure dashboard, enabling one-click logins to any site on any device, and playbooks that let your accounts get more secure automatically. Built by experts and backed by verifiable post-quantum encryption. Get started now at multifactor.com.
In manufacturing, vision systems are widely used, but developing a vision solution can take months and often struggle to match human-level accuracy. At Allus AI, we deliver $1 million AI inspection solutions in just minutes with nearly 100% accuracy. Today, I'm excited to introduce you to Allus One, your AI solution provider that understands, creates, and delivers. Let's get started. All we need to do is describe our inspection problem to Allus 1. For example, imagine a bottle filling station. We want to set up a camera to make sure every bottle is filled correctly and that none are missing, tilted, or broken. So let's tell Allus 1 this scenario. Now, Allus 1 will design inspection requirements based on your input. We can guide Allus 1 further by uploading sample images or instruction documents. It then reads the files, uses them to create your inspection model, and from there, Allus 1 will self-label the data, train the model, and validate the results. Then, it will provide you a ready-to-test sample. Now that the training is complete, you can see the results on the sample image. Once you're satisfied with the sample, you can deploy the model on any camera, computer, or robot directly onto your production line. Now, we've successfully created your AI inspection solution. You can see the inspection running in real time alongside your other active inspections. You can use Allus 1 to make solutions for any sector, including food and beverage, utilities, robotics, and more. Allus 1 understands your production data within the dashboard. You'll find all your production data unified in one place, updating live as your inspection runs. With Allus, we bring the real intelligence to your factory floor.
Emergency, emergency. An LLM is trying to steal structured data.
Girl, you really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me.
I'm Ayush. And I'm Ryan, and we're the co-founders of Answer This.
Answer This is an AI research assistant that helps scientists find and analyze all the relevant research papers in their field.
Well, Ayush, how about you show them then?
Okay. Let's say I'm researching AI for cancer drug development. Traditionally, I'd start with Google Scholar, see over 1 million results, and spend months fine-tuning Boolean queries, reading abstracts one by one, and digging through old literature reviews just to understand the field. With Answer This, that process takes minutes. I just describe my topic. For instance, here I'm researching AI for cancer drug development. Choose my filters, and Answer This instantly generates a comprehensive literature review with exact line-by-line citations from verified papers. I can click on any of these citations here to exactly see their source. From here, I can ask follow-up questions like, what are the main research gaps in this area? As you can see, Answer This has identified a lot of key research gaps in my area, which I can study to brainstorm research questions and also find relevant research papers. Now, once I have actually gone through all of these sources and identified key papers, I can save them to my Answer This library with a single click, where I can organize these into folders, import or export to tools like Zotero or Mendeley, and even share these papers with my colleagues. Now, let's say I find a paragraph in my research that I want to include in my write-up. I can just select this and click Add to Answer This notebook. Answer This automatically brings over both the text and the citations. And inside the notebook, I can add more sources directly from my library, continue drafting my paper, and proofread for AI or plagiarism. I can even collaborate live with my colleagues, so we're building and refining this literature review together. And when everything's ready, I can export my entire research in any format with over 2,000 citation styles supported.
More than 200,000 users have reported 70% reduction in the time it took to find papers and conduct their reviews. Don't believe me? Just read the reviews yourself. For centuries, discovery was limited by time. Now, with Answer This, research moves at the speed of thought. Answer This, your research redefined.
AI now writes over a third of the world's code. Your engineering teams have become human AI hybrids, operating inside a new kind of black box. Leaders are flying blind. The old developer metrics, they're useless. You're investing heavily in AI tools, from Cursor to Copilot. But can you measure their impact? Can you see how adoption is spreading across teams? Which models are driving real outcomes, and which are just noise? As AI adoption accelerates, every team is spending more on models, tokens, and integrations, but few can answer the real question. Is all this AI actually paying off? Navarra Catalyst opens that black box. It's your engineering intelligence platform for the AI era. Catalyst reveals how humans and AI build together, showing which systems deliver value, how adoption impacts velocity and quality, and where your hidden bottlenecks lie. It maps every signal, commits, incidents, bug rates, back to your goals and outcomes, so leaders can track adoption, measure ROI, and scale what truly works. Because in this new era, productivity isn't just about output, it's about outcomes, it's about impact. Learn more at getnavarra.com.
He's got knives. We're going southbound towards MSP defeating Ford Super. Calm. He's on
the ground now!
Give me a 40. Give me a 40 up there. Watch his hands. Don't let him go in. Don't let him go in. Watch his hands. Don't let him go in. Don't let him go in.
Out on this 528, any traffic shutdown, please? 531.
Can't use the rush. You can't use the rush. Can't be bad.
How can you live like this? Your room's messy, you're broke, you got no money. Like, when was the last time you even wore the...
Using Cellrace, you can sell anything in seconds, just from a picture. Whether it's clothes, household items, it can be anything. I usually use my roommate as a model. Don't put that on! Cellrace then checks other products to find the best listing price. And AI generates the most interesting description. Your listing then gets posted everywhere automatically. And we'll even come pick it up for you. So the only thing you have to do is take the picture and Cellrace will handle the rest.
Hey! You missed a piece.
Oh, and you can also check out what other people are selling right in the app.
Millions of hours wasted on work no one should still be doing. Every business feels it. Invoices piling up, clerks typing line after line. This is 2025, not 1995. It's time AP caught up. Email, scans, PDFs, payment portals. Our AI agents read every invoice, extract every line item, and catch fraud attempts instantly. Integrate with every back office platform from ERPs to accounting platforms to bookkeeping tools. And the approval process, yours to define. 3 clicks, 2 clicks, 1 click, 0 clicks. AP teams already use Mod AI to cut processing time by over 83%. And we're just getting started. Real-time spend analytics, watch every dollar flow through your business live, no waiting for month end. Smart payments, our agents optimize every payment, capture early discounts when worth it, hold cash when it's not.
Mod AI, where AP runs itself.
Today, I want to introduce Flick.
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 Flick. On a canvas where you can move freely back and forth. That's too boring. People already know this stuff. Hold up. So what makes this different from all the other AI tools out there?
Flick was never built to be just another AI tool. It was built to let filmmakers truly direct a film, not just beautiful fragments, but the full language of cinema. Emotional arc, lighting, perspective, camera movement.
I'm Ibrahim.
My name is June.
We're the founders of Hopon.
AI needs high-level data, and that comes from world-class mathematicians. We've assembled humanity's brightest minds, the IMO medalists, PhDs, and Putnam winners, to bring forth artificial superintelligence.
And now, we've partnered with Noose Research to create the world's best AI math competitor.
One that completes mathematics at the absolute frontier.
Years ago, ChatGPT was solving the SAT.
Now, it's assisting PhD research, and in 1 year, it's going to be pushing forward science on its own. Researchers focus on making the best model possible with limited resources.
Traditional data vendors give them no visibility, no iteration, and no control. Data shows up late and doesn't fit the research.
Hillclimb unlocks the missing piece, the highest concentration of math talent, and supplies their intelligence as an abundant resource. Data quality stays high because the people building it understand exactly what's needed.
Feedback loops close in hours instead of months.
And we're accelerating the arrival of superintelligence.
Getting answers out of your data is hard, but making the right decisions quickly can make or break your product. That's why we built Atlas Grid. Our AI agent maps your entire UI so you can see your whole design in one place. Your analytics show up right on your user interface. This becomes a knowledge base your team can talk to. You can ask it questions like, where do my trials come from? Where do I lose most of my users in onboarding? Or even how to potentially improve your product. Atlas Grid will be your creative partner, suggesting new variants based on what it finds, and helping you make winning product decisions faster.
Hi, I'm Sebastian Fisher. I'm Tobias Fisher. We're the founders of Wardstone. We're building satellites for missile defense. Today, we're going to show off what we've been up to during our time in YC's Fall 2025 batch. A bit about us first. I worked in aerospace and robotics for 10 years on planetary satellites, drones, and self-driving cars. I studied aerospace engineering at MIT and did a dual MSMBA at Harvard Business School. I've developed and built communication satellites for 4 years and studied mechanical engineering at Cornell. We've both been chasing aerospace since we grew up together. Family vacations to Cape Canaveral, launching model rockets, and flying drones. Now, we are pursuing the need for new missile defense technology. The very capable systems that the US developed over the past decades were not designed for emerging threats. The US government has allocated around $25 billion over the next 3 years towards developing new defense capabilities. At Wardstone, we're answering the call to develop and deliver this technology. Over the past 8 weeks, we have been building a fully automated missile intercept demonstration. We didn't have the means to get to space in this time frame, so instead we built a ground version of what will happen in space. We built an end-to-end missile tracking and interceptor deployment system that shoots down missiles flying at 150 miles an hour. We're building fast, fusing defense urgency and aerospace precision. Our goal is to deliver capabilities that reshape deterrence and strategic stability. We are Wardstone, and we're building the future of space defense.
Are your best ideas scattered across different AI chats and random notes? Nessie organizes your AI conversations into a personal knowledge base where you can search, ask questions, and come up with new ideas. Never lose a great idea to your chat history again. One click curates your idea into a structured note, saved to your knowledge base. Or import your entire chat history at once, and watch as Nessie builds a map of your mind, turning hundreds of conversations into organized, explorable idea spaces. Now, you can search across your entire knowledge base, pull up the exact insight you need, right when you need it. But don't just find your ideas, build on them. Chat with entire topics, and watch your past ideas spark new insights. Everything stays on your device, completely private. There's no limit to your ideas. Download Nessie at nessielabs.com.
Basketball has evolved. Faster, smarter, more data-driven. But many teams are still tagging video frame by frame. As a college scout for Cal Athletics, I experienced this problem firsthand. Teams like us burn through hundreds of thousands of dollars, juggling 5 different platforms just to manually stack games and scout players. It's time for a change. That's where PlayVision comes in. AI that sees every player, every movement, every decision in seconds. Upload your practice or game film. We automatically tag actions and play designs to deliver automated scouting reports that eliminate human error and give you 10 times the data on your opponents. Introducing the PlayVision Player Index, a comprehensive ranking of every college basketball player in the country. Teams can filter through over 40 metrics to create their own stats and compare them against the all-time greats. PlayVision gives every team, from small colleges to the pros, the same power to analyze, adapt, and win. Because at every level, how can you not be romantic about basketball?
He looks, he gives to Jordan. Jordan to the circle, puts the shot in the air. The game's over.
PlayVision, the AI Moneyball for sports.
Expelliarmus!
I haven't always been against birthdays. Each one reminds me I'm a year closer to death's cold embrace.
There should be a way to verify someone's identity before they even create a video.
Burning flowers in an empty room, running out of air and away from you. I'd give anything to watch the walls fall down.
Healthcare day-to-day operations still run on chaos. Phone chains to coordinate the basics. Closets turned into scavenger hunts. Equipment misplaced and lost. Room-to-room searches down busy corridors, while care waits. This is Nora, the AI operations platform for healthcare facilities. Here's a patient admission performed on Nora. A nurse simply describes the patient requirements for admission, and the agent pulls context from your live facility state, checks availability, proximity, and proposes the best rooms instantly. With Nora, tasks are automatically routed to the right people, maximizing operational efficiency and speed. Physical trackers locate assets and track movement in real time, streamlining day-to-day operations across the facility. From chaos to coordination. Nora, operational intelligence for healthcare facilities.
Hi, my name is Kevin. I'm the founder and CEO of Soren AI. Soren is redefining how AI teams today evaluate, debug, and improve their systems, helping you ship more reliable AI faster. Every time your team ships a change, your evals go stale. Your model's behavior has changed, but your test cases haven't. Instead of manually creating new test cases, Soren automatically detects what changed and generates fresh evals to catch regressions. Soren also helps teams understand what to do with their evals. Your evals are telling you that your AI sucks. It just failed on 20 out of the 100 test cases. Traditionally, teams have to manually click through every failed test case, triage logs, and make a hypothesis as to what went wrong. Soren automates this with AI agents that triage your failures, reason across your stack, and help you pinpoint exactly what went wrong. It can even run experiments in the background, testing different configurations and prompts, and surfacing the best performing solutions. Teams handling over 1 million AI interactions every week are using Soren today. If you're building an AI product or are frustrated with your current evals, come check us out at soren-ai.com or shoot me an email. We'd love to help.
For 50 years, dispatchers have kept the world moving. The tools changed, but the work never really did. We've just digitized the chaos. They aren't inefficient, the systems are.
We have worked in carrier back offices, watching dispatchers struggle to handle hundreds of shipments a day.
85% of that work are repetitive tasks that shouldn't need a human. They are copy-pasting between systems, chasing missing documents, and reacting to problems that could have been caught earlier.
So we built Lunavo, an AI assistant who actually understands how carriers work.
It plugs into existing tools, learns your workflows, and resolves issues for you. Lunavo proactively flags disruptions, keeping every truck moving, so your team can focus on customers, not chaos.
Dispatchers have seen half a century of technological progress, but for the first time, it's working for them.
If you've ever tried using browser agents before, you know exactly how it feels when they don't follow your instructions. That's why we're building Dari.
At Dari, we're building the easiest way to build reliable browser use agents. You can trust our agents in production because we cache the steps your agent takes on successful runs, meaning LLM inference will only be run if something goes wrong. We also handle messy workflows like two-factor auth with TOTP, text message, or email. We also encrypt your credentials and never pass them directly to an LLM. This workflow here logs onto LinkedIn while handling a complex two-factor auth flow, clicks into a profile using a generic browser agent, and then gathers information in a structured format once we're on the profile. I've run this workflow before, so we can actually see the actual DOM steps that the workflow will execute when we click on the Show Cache button on an available step. Now, we can trigger these via API if you're a developer, but for now, we'll just click on the Run Workflow button on the Run page.
Whoa, this is so cool.
Let me see.
Right, so just a fake reaction pretending like this caddy thing actually works?
Just talk to it.
Hey, Jeremy, I need you to work Thanksgiving. Let's talk soon. Are you kidding? Thanksgiving? Sorry, it's my boss. Wait. Hey, Caddy, schedule me a meeting with Janie this Friday when she's busy. Oh, for real? This actually worked. Let me try something harder. Hey, Caddy, create a bug report for the button on this page that doesn't work. Then send a message to the engineering team with the ticket, and create a calendar event on Tuesday to check progress. Wow, that was quick. That's impressive.
Great, that's all we need. That's a wrap.
Oh, hey, Caddy, write a strongly worded email telling Janie I'm not working Thanksgiving. Make it sound confident, not desperate. Thanks.
There's a reason so many YC companies are building vertical AI agents. They're already 10xing our productivity and efficiency across countless industries. But there's one problem, one fundamental constraint to bringing these agents to the real world, and that's monetary flows. You might have seen announcements come out recently, OpenAI's ACP, Google's AP2, and much more. But there's a problem. They're not built for businesses. Furthermore, today's payment rails, ACH, wire transfers, ISO 20022 data, Visa, MasterCard, and more, they're built for humans and not agents. That's why we're building Locus, secure MCP AI native tools providing auditability and constraints and easy access to give agents funds. So here's the Locus dashboard. I'm signed into my account, and this gives me insights into the broad spending and interactions of my agents. If I head on over to the Wallets tab, here's where I can get a measure of all the wallets I've created and spun up in the Locus platform. All of our wallets are entirely non-custodial, which means we don't own the private keys. Our users do. We don't have direct access to your funds, and at any point you can revoke Locus's access. We just make it easy and secure to move funds for you with agents. If I head on over to the Agents tab, this is where I can spin up new policy groups. I'm going to call this one Demo Policy 1. What policy groups are is these are basically broad enforcements of actions your agents can take. So I'm going to give this agent access to my Demo Wallet 1, a budget of $30, and these permissions. Actually, we'll do $30.10 to be safe. So I've created a new policy group. Now, actually, what we're going to be using this for is we set up a very basic kind of app using our infrastructure to showcase how powerful this is. It's basically an AI-powered micro-task crowdsourcing platform. You can spin up a new task, get someone to do work for you, set an amount they're getting paid for that work and a number of winners, receive submissions, and then initiate payouts to all those submissions. So I'm going to spin up a new agent to connect my workflow that's part of this software to this. We'll call it Demo Agent 1. Then we're going to get our MCP OAuth credentials. If I head on over to N8N, where I have the payout workflow built, I can add these credentials into my MCP OAuth, my client ID, as well as my client secret, which is how our MCP basically, or how agents authenticate to our MCP and know to use it. So I'm going to save this, and let's get this listening. This one's used for screening, but I've ran this ahead of time with the task I've already set up with winners and submissions already received. I've also already scored them. So now I'm going to select the 3 winners for this task. I'll select this one because I'm partial to it. I think this one's kind of bad. I'll select the 3rd one because I like it a bit better. And let's go with the 4th one as well. Now that I've selected my 3 winners, when I click here and initiate pay winners, what'll happen is you'll see on N8N, the workflow will pick up my new submission of payments to these 3 winners. And then as it makes calls to the MCP client here, you can see it's making direct tool calls to this email address with the specific amount, the memo, and more. And it actually initiates an escrow payment directly to me. This workflow executed successfully, so you can see the status was updated to completed. I'm able to download a PO order or an invoice for the transactions that occurred here, which is pretty nifty as well for reconciling with your ERP. And then if I head over to my email, I should have received a couple links here with my payment of 10 USD. So now that we've actually completed the payment, we've shown off the purchase order, invoice, and everything like that, I've gone ahead and spun up a new wallet here. I'm gonna grab the wallet address. It's called Demo Wallet 2. And what we're gonna use this for is to show how easy it is to actually claim a payout. If I head over to this menu, you can see all the payout links I've received for 10 USDC. Let's go ahead and claim this one. I'm gonna grab the passcode and let's open this in a new tab. It is currently pointing at the wrong environment. That's just an issue with Stage. If I enter in the new URL, paste this in here, I get taken to this super easy menu to claim. So let's grab my new wallet address, paste it in, and it's super easy to now claim these funds as an end user. I just withdraw it, transfer's been completed, and in one moment, what you should see happen is my wallet balance will eventually update here. It's just queued right now. Perfect, so if we hold on, you can see there, perfect, my balance has been updated. That's just because of it was processing on chain. I can also reclaim my pending payouts. So what's gonna happen here is in the background, it's processing them all and basically depositing them back into my original wallet. Super powerful, since then if someone doesn't claim their escrowed payment, or if they don't choose to receive it, or if it expires or anything like that, you can instantly get your funds back. Super seamless, super easy. From the payouts tab, you can manage kind of all of these payouts. And from the transactions tab, you're able to get a read on all your transactions that are occurring from within your platform. So that's Locus. It's incredibly powerful, and we can't wait to enable the machine economy that's coming in the near future. Today, we're focused on crypto and USDC rails. However, we're expanding to fiat and more in the future. We want to enable the enterprise machine economy, and we hope to bring you along for this journey. Locus's closed access beta comes out today. If you want to build with Locus, please reach out. We'd love to get you on the platform and love to see what you'd build. Otherwise, we look forward to working with everyone in the future and can't wait to see how you use Locus. Let's make them pay.
Every engineering team knows the pain of being on call, getting paged at 3 a.m., Slack channels flooded with noisy alerts, and hours lost context switching between tools, just to answer 3 basic questions. What broke, why it broke, and how do I fix it?
Today, we're excited to introduce DeepTrace. DeepTrace is an AI SRE and debugging companion that connects to your observability tools and codebase to automatically investigate every production issue that hits your engineering alerts channel.
When there's an issue in prod, DeepTrace kicks off an investigation automatically directly in Slack to deliver a clear root cause summary, showing your engineers exactly what went wrong and how to fix it. From there, chat directly with DeepTrace to dig deeper into an issue with all the relevant context in one place.
For every investigation, DeepTrace provides citations for you to inspect ground truth sources. You can add custom context and manage memories that DeepTrace is automatically generating. At its core, DeepTrace is powered by our AI FDE model, a system that builds an internal map between your logs, traces, metrics, and code. Long before any alert is investigated, DeepTrace learns how your production system actually behaves and uncovers hidden assumptions in your observability setup that only your most senior engineer knows.
Across all of our customers, DeepTrace is investigating thousands of real production alerts a day, saving engineers hours and cutting mean time to resolution in half. We're building the future of on-call engineering, so your team spends less time firefighting and more time building. We'd love to get in touch. Message us on LinkedIn and visit deeptrace.com to learn more.
Aspect is a platform to manage agents for post-production and in-house video teams. Our agents understand video just like you do and can take action across a variety of different tools. This gives your team more time back and allows you to focus on the creative that you love doing already.
We are unlocking something never been done before. We are giving agents the ability to understand any video library, just like a human would, and in some cases, even better.
That means for your post-production team, we can deploy agents that use natural language queries to find the exact clips you need down to the second.
Since Aspect understands your media library, our agent can help you discover and put together rough cuts based on storyboards and scripts, and then give you an XML to drop into your favorite NLE. The Aspect agent can also review final deliverables the same way a human would, looking for dropped audio, missing frames, and outdated graphics.
Our agents also connect to the rest of your business system, meaning they can reference notes and data just like anyone on your team would, and automatically send links to the right people at the right time. Producing video has gotten more and more accessible, but the process of managing your content and going from ingest to rough cut to review and delivery hasn't changed.
If you've been looking for another PA, assistant video editor, video reviewer, or just want to move your post-production team faster, chances are we can help. Book a meeting with us and see how we can automate your post-production workflows at aspect.inc.
This company has a zero-tolerance policy for hurtful, mean language. Things like clanker, tin skin, rust monkey.
Corporate told us to hire more AI. When has a corporation ever been wrong about anything? Ever.
Do you have the Newport project? Again?
Yes, some employees have been voicing some concerns about us bringing in an agent. At first, I was nervous about the transition. He started off a bit clueless, but it was like he flipped a switch. Now he gets the context and remembers everything.
What's this?
Oh, it's a list of clients that got lost when the merge happened last quarter. Oh, and don't forget the Acme renewal. You mentioned it in Slack last November.
Hubert was the only one to remember that it was my birthday.
I know some people in the office have a lot to say about me, but I think if they take the time and get to know me, they will see I'm just here to help. I want to support this company and make a lasting impact. You know, I've always had a really good feeling about this place.
You ready?
Please hold. Your call is not important to us. Please listen to this while we waste your time.
Let's skip the music. I always pick up right away. Hi, I'm Bolna, a voice agent that grows with your business. From a receptionist,
Thank you for calling Bolna. How can I help you?
to a scheduler,
Okay, sir. I have you down for a 2 p.m. appointment.
even a sales representative.
Hi, you recently took our survey. I'm here to follow up with you.
Whatever the role, I am always on the line. Fluent in more than 10 languages and ready to handle hundreds of calls at once. I don't just answer the phone, I remember every detail and surface the insights that matter. Don't worry, setting me up is really easy. You can pick from a library of ready-made agents or build your own tailor-made agent with just a few inputs. So why keep customers waiting? Book a demo today and let me take it from here.
This isn't a restaurant. It's a battlefield. Every ticket is a ticking clock. And your best soldiers are falling. Okay, meet Greg, your numbers wizard. He'll tell you the sea bass special is secretly costing you a fortune. But the truffle fries special? It can buy you a new dishwasher. Or Theo, your ops guru. He knew you'd run out of Pinot Noir by 8 p.m. on Friday and already reordered it yesterday. He knows when your night will go from 0 to 60 and deploys staff like a secret agent. And then there's Maria, your customer whisperer. She turns visitors into regulars by suggesting the perfect top-shelf tequila for their favorite spicy margarita. She'll find hidden patterns in your audience and understand exactly what they want. Zavo is the future of restaurants and retail. By uniting payments, POS, and Agentic AI, Zavo powers the next era of autonomous business. Today, more than 400 businesses run on Zavo. Zavo, the future runs itself.
Too much data, not enough time. We hear this from every engineer, from aerospace to manufacturing to motorsport. This race car over here generates 20,000 data points every second. But most of it goes unused. Engineers can only look at a fraction of the data. We become the bottleneck, costing performance and slowing time to market.
That's why we built MoveDot, an AI agent platform that processes 100% of your engineering data. You go from this information overload to conclusions you can act on. MoveDot agents plug into everything: telemetry, videos, test standards, and internal reports. Minutes later, we are looking at detailed analysis, with key findings already identified and prioritized. From there, you can interrogate your data. When did temperature spikes cause mechanical failures this year? You review the insights and make your expert call. So full control and zero blind spots.
Dozens of the best racing teams already use MoveDot to make better decisions from their data. Now, we're bringing it to every engineering team, manufacturing, robotics, and beyond. If this resonates, see what MoveDot can do for you at movedot.ai.
Wake up, work, daydream, repeat. What if you realized you could choose? Choose to discover the world. Choose to connect with people. To say thank you. To try new food. Dare to quit the job you hate. Dare to mess up. Dare to live the life you dreamed of as a child. Dare to do that. There's no way. Then create one. I don't know how. Then learn. Parrot. There's a world out there. Choose to discover it.
I never want to talk to tenants again!
Wait, what? Does that mean not talking to the tenant who loves cooking?
There's fire spreading in the kitchen!
Or the tenant who knows how to swim?
My apartment is flooding! Bring someone over now!
Or the tenant who loves the summer heat?
The AC is broken! We're burning alive!
Ever since I started using Brickwise, I stopped talking to them.
Now, Brickwise does the talking. Before landlords even sip their first coffee, Brickwise is already talking to the tenant who has a heater problem, or finding someone to remove that giant wasp nest. And this all happens before landlords finish playing cards. And forget about paying contractors. Brickwise handles that too. Sometimes a contractor isn't even needed. You can just take a picture, and Brickwise helps you on the spot. Brickwise works just as well whether you have 10 or 10,000 properties. Get started with Brickwise today.
Hi, I'm Alex. If you've ever tried to programmatically interact with a website on the internet, you likely have had to use headless browsers, which work all right, but are incredibly slow and become very expensive at scale. Parse is completely different. It allows you to do full browser tasks, such as looking at a job and submitting an application, such as we see in this demo, but executes in seconds, not minutes. So if we look at this API we've prompted Parse to make, we can see it generated us two endpoints, one to get application questions and one to submit the application. This works for any ASHP subdomain. So Parse is looking at the site now, it does a test run, confirms it actually was able to submit an application, and then after a few minutes, it starts working away, building a set fully deterministic APIs that we host. We can go in once it's done, check that they actually work, we can get all the questions, and we can actually go through and submit this application as well directly through this API. Once we confirm this works, we can try swapping this URL out with a completely different job for a completely different company and see that it still works. Parse is able to build these deterministic APIs that are able to generalize on a site and still execute in seconds, sometimes milliseconds. If you need to do any web automation task or any web scraping task, Parse is hundreds of times faster than browsers and hundreds of times cheaper. Try it today at parse.bot. Thank you.
Do you remember why you started as an engineer? It was a dream of shapes and systems, a vision of building something that mattered. But the dream is buried now, isn't it? Lost under an avalanche of emails, cross-trade clashes, last-minute updates, RFIs. Buried under 1,000 pages of building codes and specs. Endless nights spent on manual QA, QC, and rework. And don't even get me started on clash resolution. Your remarkable mind is being wasted on the repetitive. Now just imagine this. What if it all just worked? We're building structured AI because we believe genius should be in the design, not the grunt work. We want to let design engineers do what they do best, design the future. If this sounds like you, please reach out.
With Uplane, you make 1,000 ads in seconds, each with its own custom landing page. They go live on any channel instantly. Ad budgets move themselves. Meta, Google, TikTok, wherever they work best. Uplane reads your ads, your competitors' ads, the news, even viral TikToks. Then it spits out bangers that actually convert. While you sleep, Uplane runs hundreds of experiments. It tracks every click, every scroll, every conversion, and shifts every dollar to where it returns max. Uplane is the best marketing team in the world. Always on, always optimizing. Agencies waste your money. Uplane is your unfair advantage. Book your demo before your competitors do.
For me, it's really about connecting with my son.
For me, it's not even about hearing. It's about understanding my dad. I got a lot going on. These keep track of every meeting, every conversation, so I never miss a thing.
My hearing has progressively gotten worse as I've gotten older, but reading in real time with these glasses, it's changed my life.
It's hard enough to remember every single person's name that you meet. When I wear my ear caps, I have a transcript of the entire day to keep every single conversation organized. Since I moved away, I've really lost touch with the language I speak back home. I was pretty worried I wouldn't get the chance to genuinely talk to my dad again, but now I don't need to guess what he means anymore.
AirCaps changed what I thought watching him grow up would look like. I've been able to be there for him in ways that were never even possible before. It's almost like turning on subtitles for a movie, but in real life.
It's so much more than just translation. It's understanding. AirCaps have completely changed how I go about doing business.
Hi, I'm Linus. I'm Lucas. We're building Bricanta, the construction estimator and product manager's best friend. For the builders shaping our future, every detail and line item matters. The reality is this: miscalculations in construction cost billions every year. Behind every project are piles of paperwork, sometimes stacking up to 3 times the height of the actual building being built.
This is a societal problem and also a data problem, which is perfectly suited for AI.
At the center of every construction project sits the estimator, the hero who builds a project on paper first and calculates every line item.
That's why we built Berkanta, the estimator's best friend.
In your Berkanta organization, upload entire bid packages, files, PDFs, drawings, and everything in between. The platform will render and pull out all relevant context out of documents. You can also connect SharePoint or OneDrive to have so-called living documents which you can update continuously. Berkanta extracts all relevant building codes and standards from the documentation. It also highlights risks and opportunities based on its historical knowledge, saying that these codes might be missing and something you might want to consider adding or calculating into your estimate. Chat directly with the AI, going through all documentation and standards.
Ask Berkanta a question and instantly see AI learnings from past projects.
Work smarter across estimation, cost analysis, procurement, and execution. With AI suggestions on suppliers and all your data in one place for the whole team.
Whether behind the computer at the office or on your phone at the building site, Berkanta is always there. Construction and how builders build differ by region.
But by building the most accurate AI platform for estimation, we can scale across unifying regulations and protocols.
So that builders can focus on building everywhere.
Let's reduce the billions lost to miscalculations and waste, so builders can focus on building. Sign up at berkanta.com.
Most design firms scale by adding people. We scale by writing software. Semiotic is an AI-native design firm that has made $78,000 in just 4 weeks after launching. It starts with a human interview, a one-on-one call where we talk about your website goals. As you tell us your vision, our custom AI note taker listens in and is already making connections. In minutes, AI curates mood boards, high-taste art direction that will shape your website. You, the client, are in control. Leave comments on anything at any stage. Meanwhile, AI strategy agents spy on your competitors' landing pages and write engaging copy that is both SEO and GEO optimized. Then, our design agents get to work, iterating on hundreds of different website layouts, all for human taste to choose the very best one. It's continual experimentation with AI on every pixel and corner, with human judgment in the loop. Studio-grade websites at scale, crafted by a flock of self-orchestrating design agents. If you're looking for a landing page and your customers care about taste, reach out.
So you said you had something special planned for us this weekend?
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
So where should we go this weekend?
I don't know. Where should we go this weekend?
I recommend going to a delicious omakase restaurant. There's one nearby called Sushi Kai.
Who is that?
Don't worry about it. You want to try a delicious omakase restaurant nearby called Sushi Kai?
Okay, and how about during the day?
I'm glad you asked. What about during the day?
There's nothing like a daytime hike to get the endorphins going. Try going to Twin Summit Path and stop by Melbourne's Cafe along the way.
There's nothing like a daytime hike to get the endorphins going.
Stop, are you talking to AI?
Okay, yeah, I am. You got me. I'm using AI to outsource all my decision making so I can focus on the highest leverage tasks of my life.
Don't forget to blink.
I get it.
So you still want to go out this weekend?
I don't know. Should I go out with him this weekend?
No, he's kind of a weird dude.
Humans evolved 3D vision capabilities over the course of 500 million years of evolution, and at Efference, we're putting all of that into a robotic camera. These cameras use color information, but they also have access to depth maps, where colors in these depth maps tell us how far pixels are in metric space. This is a RealSense D435. It's the most popular camera on the market. We can also show a RealSense D405, the most popular camera at closer distances. Both of these cameras are noisy incomplete, and difficult to train robots on. When we switch to the models that we're training at Efference, we immediately see the difference. The approach we're using here is the same as humans: geometry plus learned priors. And this allows us to run algorithms that work better and in real time. The first application that we're targeting is robotic manipulation. We can significantly upgrade these systems as shown by the depth maps. And if we look at the 3D worlds rendered by point clouds, our models achieve clear and consistent geometry that is normally only a luxury of LiDAR. We'll be targeting self-driving cars too. Here's one of the cameras from before, mounted on a Waymo. Because of how unreliable this is, we're forced to use sensors that are 10 times or 100 times more expensive just to operate these vehicles safely. But if we switch to our model, which works on any stereo camera, we're beginning to approach the quality and reliability that's required to drive these vehicles safely. Efference is building three things: an API to fix existing cameras, local models to run existing cameras better, and our very own camera. Our mission is to deliver robotic vision that you can trust and easily use. So we'll be selling our cameras at half the cost of current options, writing all the firmware in Rust, and running all models on the local PCB board so you don't need an external GPU. If you want your robot to see like a human, pre-order the Efference H01 and contact us at team@efference.ai for early API access.
The global village is at once as wide as the planet and as small as a little town where everybody is engaged and poking his nose at everybody else's business.
Facebook is having a dramatic impact on the World Wide Web.
What books you like, movies, most importantly, who your friends are.
You can get a lot out of your social media accounts, but you may also end up with things you never asked for.
Planning your future to look back on it. Those are really weird, strange, disassociative things that are, I think, new.
To my peoples throughout Queens, God bless your life. My insight enlightens vision, words of wisdom. Niggas pay me intuition to listen. The murder paragraphs of mysticism. Man plant seeds that brings forth multiple breeds. So many cultures on one planet, but one culture's free. Son, I need weed to proceed. Change the flow speed, I'm getting vexed. Giuliani, you're 666. There's no days for broke days, selling smoke pays. I took the chocolate potent Phillies, never roach sprayed. Shit is a hassle.
Hey, where's my car? I've been waiting here all day. Why put one out? Where's my car? You should know.
I got you. I'll go check. I'll go check. The lady outside, you managed to get the brake pads on her car yet?
No, Matt's getting super slammed right now.
Where are those brake pads at? I needed them yesterday.
Still waiting.
Service advisors juggle endless tasks, calls, and customer demands, costing your dealership revenue in CSI. AutoAce is your AI-powered service assistant, answering calls, booking appointments, updating customers, handling status checks, and integrating seamlessly with your existing systems. AutoAce. Give your advisors their time back.
Hey, I'm Luke, and I'm one of the co-founders of Fernstone.
We're building an AI-powered insurance brokerage for businesses. In the US, there are over 40,000 insurance brokers that sell $500 billion in commercial premium each year. The problem is, the market for buying insurance isn't liquid. It's like Wall Street in the 1900s. Brokers still call, email, and fax carriers for quotes. This means getting the right price or coverage can take weeks.
Imagine a customer needs insurance for a hard-to-place risk. Let's say a security guard company. Their broker will reach out to many carriers. Some will have appetite and others won't. Carriers may ask for detailed follow-ups, like a 10-page intake form. That process is manual and slow for both brokers and buyers. One customer told us it took him 6 weeks to buy construction insurance. In that time, he lost a major deal. We are building Fernstone to fix this. We combine AI with licensed brokers in the loop to review and bind coverage.
We automate the manual process of placing complex risks. For example, our AI copilot automates the back and forth, tracking email threads, instantly following up, and collecting the right information from both the insured and the carrier. This cuts placement time from weeks to just hours. Once your insurance policy is active, you'll receive better service too. Our customer portal has everything you need in one place. Analyze and compare quotes, view and understand your coverage, request certificates. Our AI will get them back to you in minutes, not days.
We are building the fastest and most effective insurance brokerage in the world. If your business needs insurance, reach out to info@fernstone.com. All three of us are licensed insurance brokers and can get you a quote.
Can AI save your life?
I think, honestly, of course it can save your life. Most chronic disease is preventable if you catch it early. Your Apple Watch is measuring you all the time, but it can't tell you what any of that data means. I learned this the hard way at my last startup. I totally wrecked my body doing it. So that's why we built Nori. Nori takes all the data about you that comes from your Apple Watch, your Oura Ring, your doctor's visits, your lab results, and it builds a complete picture of what's going on with you. So you get practical, proven, and personalized advice every day to help you get healthier. With Nori, I actually know what's working to improve my health, and I finally feel like I'm in control. Sign up now at nori.ai.
The best way to predict the future is to build it. For thousands of years, human progress has been the story of tools we create. Stone, steam, silicon, each wave reshaping everything. Now we stand at the threshold of something different. Machines that understand, that respond, that learn. These aren't tomorrow's robots. They're working today, learning from every interaction, adapting to what customers actually need. That's parametric. Robots that don't just automate, they understand. We spent months researching how to understand and steer robot behavior. Now we're building robots based on that work, personalized to you, learning what you want and how you want it done.
Think of it as your assistant for the things you don't want to do. We're working with customers right now to make this real. If you want to work with us, reach out.
Parametric. Automation today.
Behind every component brand you love, be it Gymshark, Brian Johnson's Blueprint, or Skims, there's a logistics company you probably never heard of.
They're called third-party logistics providers, or 3PLs. They run the warehouses, pack your orders, ship directly to your door, and handle returns when something goes wrong.
Everything in their business is a coordination problem. They coordinate with merchants, carriers, and customers every single day. If they coordinate efficiently, they make money. Coordinate slowly, lose customers, and die.
And right now, people handle all of the coordination. There are about 40,000 3PLs in the United States, and every single one is doing the exact same thing. Hire more and more back office workers to do things like process invoices, fill out compliance forms, and handle return packages.
And this prevents 3PLs from scaling efficiently. If you need to hire a person for every small increase in volume, labor costs will eat everything. That is exactly why logistics space is running on the single-digit margins.
At Prox, we solve coordination problem by giving 3PLs a digital workforce. We've developed an internal agent building platform tailored specifically for the software stack and workflows that 3PLs already use. This means we can connect to their existing systems, learn their SOPs, and go live in a matter of days.
Here's an example of how our agents handle lost package claims for ShipBob, one of the biggest 3PLs in the US. A customer reports a lost package to ShipBob. This triggers our agent, which pulls the case details from Salesforce. Next, it enriches the case by pulling shipping data from ShipBob's internal systems. It locates the order invoice, parses it, and calculates the claim amount. Now, with everything it needs, the agent files a claim with carrier, either through web portal or via email. And this happens for hundreds of claims at once, all running in parallel.
Once submitted, the agent monitors the inbox 24/7 for carrier's response. It processes status updates from the body of the email and its file attachments. It then updates the claim status in Salesforce or escalates in Teams when human supervision is needed. Each agent's sole purpose is to get its assigned claim resolved, so it follows up relentlessly until it's done. Here, we've unlocked something that was impossible with human teams before: laser-focused attention to a problem resolution at scale.
I'm Dima. I'm Greg. We both grew up in a family distribution businesses, spent our childhood in the warehouses, like this one, but smaller.
We're building digital workforce we wished existed back then. So if you run a logistics company or know somebody who does, reach out.
Let's talk.